Hello there. Let me check the old sound on Twitch. Sounds good to me. Hello everybody, I hope you're well. I shall do my stream intro. Hello there, my name is Void, I'm a spy for His Majesty's Secret Service. But now you know. Do I have to kill you? Hello everybody, welcome back to Koudelka. The goal is for me to keep playing this game until I beat it tonight. So we should probably be a much longer stream. And kind of going forward... Oh hey Army. Hello there General Kenobi. I wish my accent was closer to be able to do it properly. But yeah, my hello there is as close as I can get with my accent. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Army. It's a nice Saturday. But yeah, I'll be streaming... from going forward, I'll be streaming longer on Saturdays. And I have a whole bunch of stream improvements that I'll essentially be talking about throughout the stream as multiple people join over and over, I guess. So even on YouTube, I've given you the ability to interact with my model now. So if you're on YouTube, if you check the description, I think I've listed it as commands or interactions, something like that. I've given watchers on YouTube to do some little model interactions for now. You watched episode 8 for the first time and it was quite fun. Episode? The Last Jedi. That's the one that I hate the most. I was gonna say like the least, but no, hate is definitely the where I'm at. Just my headrest. So brief story recap as best I can, because it's kind of like all over the place for this one. I won't do the full story because we'll be here all day, but we found Elaine basically, and we discovered that her husband Patrick, he's the owner of this monastery, and he's been making lots of kidnappings and sacrifices to try and bring Elaine, his wife, back to life, because she died like super early. And he's done more and more sacrifices as time went on, and more gruesome ones. Like we think he killed like his own daughter who he had through like an affair. So this guy's gone off the deep end, and we, through Koudelka, because she's a medium, we discovered that she met Elaine once we got deeper into like the monastery. And conversing with the spirit, that's how we learned that Patrick has been doing all these things, and it's definitely him. And Elaine wants us to stop Patrick, and to do that we need to... This is a sentence I'm about to say. We need to go and get acid so that we can like dissolve her body. That'll probably begin like all the way into like the end screen, I think. In the ground, Patrick quarters. So I need to find my way back to like the underground dungeony things, and that is where the acid is. And for the life of me, I've been getting confused with this map for a long time now. Why if I go... Hang on, let me just go back to where I just came from. So confusing. But yeah, for Twitch viewers, I have a whole bunch of additional... not save. Redeems for you as well. So they're all completely brand new with lots of new different interactions. And they're really fun and interesting, so you're welcome to spend your points on that. Where am I? So how do I get to the room on the left? Because I assume then I can then go down. I've turned back on random encounters. Just because I think I'm probably going to be stuck for the levels in the immediate future. Yes, that's the music box. The crossover for those rotation scenes is pretty rough. But yeah, for YouTube people, I will demonstrate. Give me a second. Forget my own commands. So I check the description box. I can do, and we'll see if this works. It has not worked. Ah, well. Command trigger glasses, 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 glasses. Well, more work to do on that then, I guess. It's hard to make it, it's hard to get YouTube to do what you want it to. My apologies, YouTube people. I had fixed it. I'd hoped. Hang on, where? So how do I even... Oh, this map is so confusing. I was watching, so you might have seen Solarina in my chat a few times. She's also like a retro streamer, and she's super cool, she's super nice. And she's been playing Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame got suggested to me like 3 months ago, and I added it to the list. And I've basically just been waiting for the right time to play it. I kind of need to finish Silent Hill before that. And I was watching Solarina play Fatal Frame 2. The map is so nice. As you're scrolling through the different areas on the map, it shows you a camera of what the map actually looks like. So it gives you a visual representation. I was like, oh my god, I could do with that in all of these games. You're telling me I can't sell your jacket to sell on eBay? Sag. Not this time. I'd set up some really basic ones of just like, hey, bang glasses, bang blush. But they don't seem to have taken. Back to the drawing board. Yeah, it's the thing of where, like, for me, as a viewer, I much prefer to use YouTube over Twitch, because I feel like the ads on Twitch are super annoying. And I've set the ads to basically 0, so whatever ads are on Twitch are just whatever they forcibly put on. But as a streamer, Twitch is way better because it gives you... Oh, level up! I need to boost like magic defense. I've just been lagging on that for like literally everyone. But Twitch is really better for like community interactions and managing community stuff, which, you know, is... YouTube could do it, they just choose not to. Sounds about right. But yeah, I had a plan. Oh, hey, you go. Joystick smashers. My goal is to do the super boss tonight as well and beat Koudelka as a whole. So that might be true. I've actually not had a joystick. My brother had a joystick, but I've not touched one for like 20 years. You own the first Fatal Frame game, but I remember it being the very first game, Syndrome, and someone having one of the worst performances in any video game. Oh no. It's definitely on the list, so we'll get into it in time for sure. I am really... I've been getting increasingly keen to do Parasite Eve third story, sorry, Parasite third story or whatever it is. So I believe the X is like the church where the super boss is, and I can't take him on yet. There's no other doors. Oh. I remember where I need to go now. So I need to go to the water fountain, go underneath, and that should be like a fairly quick to get the acid. You missed Ego. Basically, I need to go and get some acid to melt Elaine's body. If you remember the end of last stream where we came across Elaine. Would you rate how would you rate the Fatal Frame games? Because I've actually heard a lot of people be very positive about it. I'm like, hey, you really should play this, you'd love it. Maybe they prefer Fatal Frame 2 over the second game. I don't quite remember. Yeah, so I need to go through here to get the acid. But it's going to make me run all the way around. Yep. So I need to... it's always the most challenging piece, isn't it? Okay. This is a dig move by the game. Like, hey, run around the dungeon one last time. And like, make sure you run all the way around. At least you get more of the combat music. As I take a drink. You really need a drink now, leave you some goo. So, from having read the manga link, the manga covers like a similar storyline of where they're trying to bring back like someone's dead wife. And the state that the wife is in, she's not mummified and like her flesh is still like there. It's pretty gruesome. So whether that's what we see here, we'll find out. They are games. You never really like the whole gameplay of photography that much. You'd say 3 is your favorite, then 2 or 5, then 1 or 4. I didn't even know there were that many. I thought there was like 3 or 4. Yeah, when I was watching Soul Arena play Fatal Frame, the photography stuff was interesting. Whether it would be like fun for a full playthrough, I don't know. I'd have to give it a go. Whoa, 4,000 damage, get wrecked. I hit him so hard it caused the PlayStation to go into loading. Yeah, the goal is to finish this game tonight. And if I do finish it early, which rarely happens, if I do finish it early, then I might like do something fun, like Ape Escape. Now that my internet is magically better, absolutely no different from before. It was just that... Is this... I wonder if this sphere is stealing HP. I think that's what it's actually doing. Yeah, my internet is now magically fixed. It's just something to do with my internet provider. 5. There are 5 of them, although most of them are really rare to get a hold of. And the Steam ports of 4 and 5 are really expensive for some reason. Oh, I didn't even know they were on Steam. I know that the new Doom game has come out as well, and people are playing that. Oh, I'm wasting this spear. Damn it. I assume the new Doom game is good. I played Doom 2016 on stream, and I actually had a really fun time with it. A little bit grindy in places, I think. Oh, okay. Guys, it does not work on this one. It's a little bit grindy in places, but the story, the music was fun. Only 4 and 5 is. Is there a reason? Or is it just... maybe they're what considered the best ones? I don't know. Yeah. When I get the new PC, I'll probably do... You know what? I'm just going to flare and get out of this. When I get the new PC, which is coming at the end of next week, I'll probably do Doom Eternal and then go straight into Dark Ages. There was a week of streaming I did. I think I did like 6 streams in the week, and all of the streams were really bloody and gory. Like I played like Doom, then I played like a Warhammer game, more Doom, more Warhammer, just constant blood and guts. Level up. His magic defense is alright, but I'm gonna give him some more. Honestly, my healing is so strong. So magic defense does an interesting thing in this. The higher your magic defense, the less healing you get. Interesting choice. A cool, kind of interesting, kind of give and take, I guess. Okay, I guess I'll go left. I think the lead director didn't want to port the other ones. I've heard that before, like when they did Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3, the 3D remakes, when it came to do 4 and 5, I'm just going to check in here. When they came to do 4 and 5, they'd be like, we could do them, but we'd also rather make our own game, and that's how Bravely Default got made. It's a creature of some kind. It says, Vigna and Valna just want their dolls. Oh, I've already done that. And that's how we got Bravely Default, because they didn't want to do the Final Fantasy 4 and 5 3D. No, they didn't want to, it was just that as a studio element of Square, they showed their worth and was like, hey, now we want to make our own games. Slap move by the devs. I do get it, you know. It's a shame, like, you've got the Obsidian remaster, and I think there's plenty of studios who would happily take on the quote-unquote burden of remastering these games. I actually got a comment on one of my YouTube lives, I think it was a couple hours ago, and I think it was a guy called Benjamin, and he was like, hey, I love Koudelka and I wish they did a remake. And I was like, yeah, I wish they would too, but if they do a remake, I'd like them to get the voice actors from this game back. But I know that they kind of did this and then they have no other acting credits, for games at least. So maybe they would. Oh, the lance broke. Fuck. I maybe hit my microphone in anger. But if it was to remaster this, which I think is very unlikely, I'd like them to bring the voice cast back. If they're able to do it, I don't know if they're still working or if they've got other issues or whatever, but I actually watched a guy called Charlie Chilling, and he's been playing the quote-unquote sequel to these games, and I always forget what they're fucking called. Kind of just want a PC port. You hate the remake culture. That's fair. I think it's tough because I think the only kind of PC port of a PS1 game that just did really well was Final Fantasy VII on Steam. I don't know if there's room to do more, like say Koudelka, for example, which is kind of more in the same side of Parasite Eve. I love them, but is there a, appetite to? Do you prefer remakes, remasters, or just stick with the OGs? Now, you're asking me now that I've become more of like a. I want to go back and just play on the original with emulators. So remakes, I tend to be a little bit down on, because rather than a remake, I'd just rather have a sequel. You know, if the game, most games I'd just rather have more of the story. But I imagine that's tough. Like, hey, we're gonna do a sequel to this game that's 20 years old. It's like, okay, well, who's gonna buy it? So that is tough. Remasters are becoming almost like remakes. I don't know, I'd probably say remakes are probably the best, and OGs, it can be tough going back. Absolute GOG port fodder. You think Koudelka copyrights all over the place? That's unfortunate. It's like that with Parasite Eve, isn't it, I guess? And that's why the third game just kind of goes into Parasite. Drops all of a reference. Is it this way? I guess I have to go up the stairs and then I have to go back down the stairs. It was tough getting hold of the Koudelka manga, and then the place that I got it from, literally the day after I went there, all of them got like DMCA takedown because I think it was manga decks, and that whole thing got like a major copyright barrage. God, the game is really making me run all the way around. Yes, my bro. My opinion is OG remaster remake, yeah. I think we're in a good spot now because a lot of oh shit, I should give him a weapon. Oh well, I've got enough magic power, I'll just go and punch them. Because there was a time of, like, say, Windows 7 and stuff. Oh, his punching does pretty good. With Windows 7, you had to run stuff in, like, compatibility mode. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But now we're in a place of where stuff just kind of works. Like, full stop. So, like, remasters, in my opinion, are much easier to just do now. Or even just, like, straight up ports. It feels that way. I say that having not done any of the work in regards to that. So, for example, like, say, Silent Hill 2. I only played that effectively at the start of this year. It's the end of last year, but that was the first time I ever played it, and I played it on PlayStation 2. And the remake came out before? Slightly after? I can't remember. I had a great time playing the original. And my only worry, because at some point I'll have to, like, play the remake. My only worry with that would be Roman nuts. Gonna have to meet this Roman guy eventually. And my only issue with, like, the Silent Hill 2 remake would be is if there's some serious stuff in the game, and I'd be worried that as a remake they might convolute it a little bit more or make it less dark and make it less ambiguous, and by, like, giving more of this immediate story away and trying to canonize, like, an easier understanding of the game. That would be my worry with, like, modern remasters. No, now the stuff from Windows 7 needs to be running compatibility on Windows 10. My PC Spider-Man games. With GOG, if something's on GOG, you do have your confidence level can be pretty high that, hey, this is probably going to be pretty good. I hope there's not. So in Persona 5, when you're in the underground, if you run around long enough, like, a super boss just spawns on you and takes you out. I hope that's not something in this game as I fucking backtrack. The Silent Hill 2 remake is 1-for-1 the original. Just this time, the people harassing actors online. Why? That's so odd. I can't imagine that. This guy Roman sure doesn't take care of his nuts. I know. Looky there, bro. Taking care of them. I know, and I've been running around with them this whole time. Apparently they're the strongest. They are the strongest healing item, but I've not needed them. I could probably tank the super boss spamming items. Like, I've not had that many random battles. But he was just doing too much damage. Oh, gross. What was their issue with the Silent Hill 2 actors then? Because for me, the original voice acting is fine. In places it's really good, in places it's a little bit meh. But taken out, for its time, I thought it was really good. And from everything I saw from the remake, they seem to do, like, a decent job as well. So I can't imagine why people would be upset. But then that's me applying rational logic to internet commenters, so maybe that's not an appropriate logic. So we're gonna have to do all this running back. I might actually boost the gameplay speed. They thought Angela looked too ugly. Oh, it was those types of people. Angela's the one with the knife, right? You find her in the graveyard at the beginning. She's kind of like psycho. That's a mistake. I don't need the dried food. I think, was Angela meant to be, like, super attractive in the first game? I didn't think she was ugly, but I didn't think she was I felt the game very much focused on, hey, Laura, this new Laura is super attractive and sultry. That was what they were going with. And then Angela was kind of there, but she had so many issues. Angela's kind of one of my favorite characters in that, of where, let's take some acid, of where, if you watch my Silent Hill 2 playthrough, I wanted to rescue Angela. Well, spoilers. I wanted to rescue Angela and I couldn't. And by the end she was so traumatized that she didn't want rescuing. And that was tough to do. But that's also like part of the game. Damn, that's when I can pour acid and get through. Guess not. Right, back the way we came. I feel like considering Angela's Laura is the one with the abstract daddy asking how she looks kind of rubs you wrong. Well, she was abused as a kid. I thought Angela's story was the best one, by far. Other than James's personal one. So, my theory, when I played Silent Hill 2, and again, you can watch the full VOD, and particularly like the last 40 minutes of like the finale, I go over all of the different theories around the ending, and my specific theory, and my theory for Silent Hill 2 was everyone was already dead by the time they arrived at Silent Hill, but they're in purgatory and they can't move on without dealing with what they did in previous life. Whether that means accepting what they did or not, you know, or like having their actions overcome them as well. So Angela lets everything that happened to her overcome her. James accepts what he does, and Eddie goes crazy. I like that Silent Hill 2 was standalone. And it's what makes me excited for Silent Hill 4 and for Silent Hill F, which looks really good, which is probably going to come out towards the end of this year, like probably like October. The dog never could warn people about their alien invasion. The real main character. Do they have those silly endings in the remake too? I hope they do. They've got to, don't they? Yeah, I'm probably gonna play Silent Hill F on release, which obviously is not something I normally do. That's kind of the only game that I'm excited for. Actually, 4 is connected to 2, and NPC is James's dad. Oh right, I had no idea. Oh cool then. Okay, that makes me like quite excited then. I might dual run the Parasite Eve third story with Silent Hill 4. Because everybody has been like, Parasite third story is rubbish. But it's made me so curious. And because it is a meme in the community, you know, mitochondria is also a meme. It's probably a good time to finish the whole Parasite series. Such as it is, I know it's kind of like fragmented in its way. Like, Parasite Eve 1 exists on its own, Parasite 2 exists on its own. I imagine the third one similar. Yeah, there's like so many games. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to increase. So Saturdays, I'm going to stream for longer. That's one like immediate change I'm going to do, which is starting tonight. I'm also going to stream an extra day in the week. Because there's so many games for us to play. And not enough time. And the only way to get more time is to make more time. Oh no, wrong one. I have to go down the stairs. We're putting a lot of effort in to pour some acid on a corpse, I know. Here's the stairs. And I'm probably going to introduce some... oh, actually Free has Maeda from 1. Maeda's kind of in Parasite Eve 2, but, like, not really. He's, like, mentioned it and inferred, and, like... I kept expecting to see Maeda. Which, I don't know. My Parasite Eve 2 playthrough is clouded by my love for Parasite Eve 1, for sure. And I think that's why I ended up being, like, quite harsh on it. It seems a lot of people grew up with Parasite Eve 2. And I just, like, randomly came in and did them in, like, sequential order. I'd rather see Maeda than the private investigator from 2. I forget his name already. I remember the name of the dog, Flint. I still think a Parasite Eve 1 remake would absolutely be amazing. We got you invested in the 3rd game. It makes me... I've got to understand what makes people... Hate it is maybe a strong word. Dislike it so dramatically. Oh no, he's also in Free. I'm interested in all the characters, but I also wanted to see the characters from Parasite Eve 1, you know, like Ben, Daniel, but they weren't there in the 2nd game, and it kind of annoyed me because, like, the 1st game ends setting it all up. So powerful. And I know that Ego said Free is only short, so it could be like 2 or 3 streams, but I don't know. I didn't think I'd feel this passionately about a PlayStation 1 game and its world. But it turned me into a complete convert of where, like, I do want to see the Parasite Eve movie, even though I know people are, like, pretty mid on it. I'm kind of interested in the book, but I know people are also mid on that. Edward leveled up. Let's just keep dumping into magical defense. I have a feeling... Towa? And let's throw... Water Knuckles. I've had them for, like, 2 discs. They're not any use. You think most people only played PE2, which is so bad. You have to correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Parasite Eve 1 wasn't released in Europe, but Parasite Eve 2 was, and that's why most people have that experience where they played the 2nd game, the sequel, didn't get the original, which sucks. The movie is pretty fun. The book is, do you know what mitochondria is for, like, 50%? That's also the game. Sure, might as well save. The game also does, like, the mitochondria thing for, like, quite a lot. Yeah, and once... It'll be sad to beat both the Silent Hill franchise, the mainline, because I know there's, like, spin-off games, and Parasite Eve. It'd be a shame to be complete with them, but, you know, we have to. And then we can mix in some more modern. So I'll probably try and split my days as we'll play some modern games, we'll play, like, retro games, like, mix and match. Because I do want to play the new Doom, just like my current PC can't. Okay, whilst we're here, let me save and let's take a quick look at the super boss. If the super boss just, like, wrecks me, then, you know, we can then we know where we stand. Yeah, it wasn't released in Europe at all. But somehow a local guy had a copy, and that's how you got it. Oh, that's cool. Illegal importing. And you live in a small town, so it's crazy. Call it Destiny, 100%. How old were you when you played Parasite 1? Because that's a scary game, like a scary and gross game to play as a kid. The second one is definitely less gross, for sure. Your PC is doomed. It could probably play the second... Oh, well, honestly, the Doom games are really well optimized. I could probably play it like right now and be okay. But I noticed even with playing Doom 2016, my PC and my model would freeze during the loading screens. Which is it's not a big deal. Oh, deflection. Oh, hey, Hyson. Thank you for first in stream. First in stream on Twitch. Oh, hey, Spatter Noodles. How are you doing today? Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're well. Your model reveals seem to go well. I'll do you. Hold on. Let me work out how to do the old shout out. Oh, hang on. Wrong one. There we go. Spatter Noodles plays a lot of Final Fantasy 14 and does a lot of art streams as well. I don't need the listle. I got controls. I mean, to be fair, back in the day, you could just pay €30 at like the library for a ROM copy of a disc. Weirdly enough, from what you remember. I remember like the libraries having some. So I think even today they've got stuff that you kind of think they shouldn't have. You was 10, you'd been obsessed since. Save. It's good, thank you. Glad everyone seems to like it. Yeah, you put in a lot of work. You know, it's nice when that pays off. Like, I've done a whole bunch of additional Twitch redeems for like the past couple days. Okay, let's try the super boss. Playing Parasite Eve at 10 is wild. 1 for being able to solve... Oh, hey, thank you for the Hydra. I'll grab a drink. My water bottle doesn't look anywhere near as nice as this. A nice bit of lemon tea. You mean your library lets you lend a Switch and PS5s? I love that libraries do that. The local library to me is pretty far away, so I don't know if it does that stuff. It might do. I remember as a kid, because I was talking about audiobooks today. That's probably why I got the memory. As a kid, my experience with Harry Potter wasn't the books. It was the audiobook read by Stephen Fry that my mum borrowed from the library. And that's how I found out about Harry Potter. So I listened to all of Philosopher's Stone. I don't know what it's called in America. Oh, I just got one shot book. So I listened to all of Philosopher's Stone. And then I read the book afterwards. Is he weak to flare? Maybe. Nice tea, bro. Thank you. It looks very tantalizing, doesn't it, to drink? But yeah, I've added a whole bunch of additional Twitch redeems. Obviously, it sucks for you guys on YouTube. I did try and make the YouTube people have an ability to trigger the commands. It hasn't seemed to work. But hey, Sapphire. Thank you for coming again. Hope you're well. Oh, I need to change Edward's weapon. I might be able to beat this boss if I can figure out this guy's weaknesses. I just commit the glass levitate Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah. I learnt my magic spells from listening to the Harry Potter audiobooks as a kid. Never forgot. If he takes down my healers... yeah, I'm not going to be able to take down this super boss. Let's reload. It was worth having another look in. I don't think we're going to make any progress, so let's run it back. Let's go and melt that corpse. Streaming gets you to say the best words. The corpse was this way. I can re-explain the melting of the corpse if people want me to, but maybe just seeing it for yourself would help. We should melt it in like the next couple minutes, so. Oh wow, only 5,700 easy. Glasses. It doesn't seem to work, the damn thing. I was playing with it because you can only test the YouTube stuff when it's live. So I desperately tried to make it work. It should be listening for that command, specifically that in YouTube chat. But for some reason it's just not. It's just not. Believing it exists. Bro thinks he's Eve. Hang on. You have to find a way to dispose of Elaine's body. Yeah, I've got this... Hang on. I have... a bottle of acid. The underground storage tank. Oh, that sucks, I know. You have to find a way to dispose of Elaine's body. Maybe we'll find something inside the main building. But I've got the acid. What do you want from me? I thought I'd just splash the acid on the corpse. That's what I've been memeing for like the last... however long I've been streaming. So what does it want then? People who play this game, you're gonna have to give me a hint on this one. Yeah, it'd be nice to get Twitch redeems working with YouTube. It's frustrating that they're not, but... I believe if I was monetized and you guys were on the YouTube memberships, then it would be different. Because then you can use like a more native one, but still to join members, you didn't have to pay. Which is like, you know, I'd rather not cost you guys money just to use some of the fun redeems. Damn, that bug took it to the face and kept going. But yeah, I'll be streaming longer on Saturdays. I'm picking up an additional stream day. What day do you think will be best to stream extra on? Like, would it be a Sunday? Like a Thursday? Tuesday? These are the worst than anything so far. You don't like the bugs? Parasite Eve 1 was worse, because they literally were just like infected insects. Do we fill up the bathtub and Dipper? Yeah, it's weird. I thought like literally my quest to get the acid would have like just resolved it. Oh, a victory animation? I don't think I've seen that my entire playthrough. I never knew you had to have a YouTube membership for it. YouTube can be lame. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube's a bit weird in places. Bugs about everywhere. Here, Parasite Eve 2. It's the dogs in Parasite Eve 2. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 doors. Did I just miss one? Or is it just like all one door? Oh, no, it's all one door. The frick am I supposed to... I thought I'd literally just thought I'd splash with the acid. Let me just sniff around all these rooms. So that's just rifle rounds on the counter. I don't need that. So there's nothing... Oh no, I just interacted with the door. Fuck my life. Because this is just like the hearth. And I've already solved the puzzle. You see a scroll with the picture of a dragon. It reads Hestia. It means hearth in Greek. Yeah, and that's the hearth where I discovered like the hidden... It's gonna have to be... walkthrough, I think, for this one. Okay. Let's take a gander. So, Koudelka... Disc free. Dun, dun. So I make my own sound effects. That guy's the nasty one. It's challenging to read and play at the same time, I'll tell you that. Well, read a walkthrough. I can read chat. Reading chat is the easy part. So there's a door on the other side of Patrick's staircase. Through here you'll find his laboratory and a container to put the acid in. You'll notice that the bookcase will be Hestia, the hearth. And I've done the scale thingy-majig as well. That's how I got to Elaine's body. Go back to see Roger Bacon. You'll have to get the acid from the machine. You have to go up and fill it anyway. See now, open the door entrance to the vestry via Patrick's quarters. Maybe I should just go back to Roger Bacon. There hasn't been as many... so early on, Army mentioned... Sorry, as I slapped the microphone. That there was, in addition to this grid-based combat, that there would be environmental stuff occasionally. I've really only seen it in maybe like 1 or 2 battles. I thought we probably would have seen a little bit more, but nope. So the environmental stuff is like barrels in the way, stuff like that. It did spice up the combat a little bit. I just expected to see a little bit more. Miss. Oh, maybe he's only weak to fire. Flare, let's just get it over with. I might turn off random encounters. I'm not getting a ton of XP and it feels like we're running around phase. Cheats. Absolutely not cheating. No random battles. Okay. I'll probably just turn off random battles until we get to the next disc, I guess. Koudelka level up. Boost the vitality, yeah. We'll just give everyone a boost for vitality. If you're taking on that super boss. Oh, sea knife. Oh, get. What do we chuck? Do I have any? Oh, I can't chuck the pendant. Oh, let's chuck the antidote. We don't need that. Okay, so Roger Bacon. I don't know. I think it's this way. And he was through here. And he told me to like leave him alone. Oh no, oh, hang on, there's a secret door, right? Yeah. It looks like Roger is still engaged in research. Cinematic. Please. Yes, okay, story time.
I know it's here. I saw it here. I put it here. What? Have you come round to see me again?
I want you to look at this.
Research journals.
I want you to tell us whether what's written there can actually happen or not.
Well, let me see. Yes, I see. Oh, that's right. Resurrecting the dead. Ooh, a cauldron. The Branwyn tales, indeed. Yes. It is most likely that the events detailed here did take place.
Just as I thought.
Progress finally.
Personally, I have not attempted it. I am certain that the Immigrant document contained accounts of secret rituals conducted to resurrect the dead. But as you can tell from reading this, it involves complicated preparatory work. I had given up discerning the impossibility of using the psychic powers necessary to create such an immense psychic platform. Moreover, I never expected that people would attempt to challenge such a feat.
The journals say that the physical body was resurrected, but not the soul.
Absolutely. The ancients held the secret to life in the palm of their hands. But they could never come close to touching the secrets of the soul. They resurrected the
that's
dead
cool.
in order to use their physical bodies as a workforce, thus building the great civilization we oft-times speak of. In fact, we would not be far off if we called them puppeteers. Exploiting the human body as an object.
If so,
Yes, resurrecting the dead and restoring them to life as it was before death is impossible.
then how do you return the resurrected body once again to Earth?
That is a very complicated question, since
This is where we add the acid. It's all coming round.
universal logic.
Please.
It is no easy task.
Tell me how. It's Woody Lane, God rest her soul, wanted.
Right. It is not absolutely impossible, but I would need to call forth the sacred powers in order to complete such a feat. Oh, yes. I know that the arm of Daniel Scotius, the man who built this monastery, is stored in a stone statue on the ground. If we throw that into a cauldron, we will successfully destroy the roots of the tree of life. Oh, after that, I haven't a clue whether to call forth the energies of fire.
Taking notes. We all might need this. If you ever come across zombies, this is how we actually deal with them.
Fire. Or water.
What are we going to do?
Oh, Heavenly Father, bless our souls and bring forth an end to this suffering. Oh.
Oh, thank you, Hyson, for completing the daily. That was really fun timing. So we need to go to a statue in the courtyard. And then we get something to burn at the Tree of Life. That's what I got from that. There's only the big sword statue that I couldn't interact with. I assume it's that. Let's get outside and see if we can find Roger Bacon. Oh no, wrong door. You know, there's when your name has let's say your last name is Baker. There's actually been studies of where if your last name is Baker, the chance of you being a baker in real life is like exponentially higher up than otherwise. So it's not this statue. Let's check everything on the left-hand side. So it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be any of these. I just want to double check because the last thing we want is like with games like this. There's definitely an element of, oh, it's absolutely not gonna be this. Then you run around for an hour and you come back and it's like, oh, this was actually. Whoa, that's crazy. I do want to take on this super boss, but we might need to get that sword. There's like a special sword that like, not one shots the boss, but near enough. We're gonna have to pour it down here, aren't we? Like this is why this screen exists, surely. Okay, it's got to be on the right hand side. In his clues were kind of cryptic. He said a statue. These are the only statues I can access. If anyone is beating this game, probably listening, going, oh, what an idiot. Glad your last name means nothing. We have the same thing in Serbian, but it's not correlated. You can only get the sword at game time 11 though. Yeah. I'll try and pronounce your last name, Igor. Dimitrek? Dimitrijevic. Nah, it'd be like Dimitrijevic. Dimitrijevic. I'm no good at pronunciation. If it's not this statue, I don't know where it would need me to go next. Sakhanov. Do you want to take Sakhanov? It's stuck firmly in place. Nope. Thanks for trying. You have to like spell it out phonetically and see if I can maybe get it then. Where does it want me to go next? These cursed screen transitions. It said something about a statue and I'm lost. Is the Koudelka genius, I know. She's probably typing furiously, but... So at this point of access to the entire monastery, you can find scrolls in the vestry from big heads with tentacles coming from the bottom. You should look for normal enemies in the church where the gargoyle is. They reward you well. Just don't go to the end of the church. That's where the planet lives. You must turn each of the dolls so they face the altar. The fuck? So I have to go into the chapel. I think I have to go where the gargoyle is, but not battle him. Apparently I've got access to the entire monastery now. But that door that's like jammed shut is still... So yeah, I've got access to the full monastery, but it's not a fun access. Like there's no shortcuts. There's a guy on the side, maybe if you work together you can beat it. Just want to answer yes. So I can't take on the super boss, I'm just not strong enough. But he's only at the very end. Whenever I go into like a cathedral or a church in game, I always hear the Temple of Time music in my head. If you insist, Dimitrijevic. Dimitrijevic. It was close. I'm closer to pronouncing your name correctly as opposed to finding out progress. I was listening to Roger Bacon, but when you get cryptic clues, it's a struggle. Because I've not seen any of the statues that I could rotate. Let's check the walkthrough again. So go back to see Roger Bacon, which I just did. You have to get acid from this machine, which is in the Valna. So go and fill it up anyway. Now you can open the outdoor entrance to the vestry via Patrick Quarters. I say the next boss at the end of the disco free. It's also the worst boss in the game. If you can tell me where specifically to go to meet this hideous boss, that'd be really helpful. Because I've got the acid. I've triggered Roger. But it says something about a vestry. Let's see if the vestry is marked on the map, and I can just go there, but I don't actually remember what the vestry is. Is the map labeled? It is not. What is a vestry? Enter the chapel area of the monastery. So that means I have to go all the way around outside, right? So the chapel isn't where the gargoyle is. The chapel is where the red stained glass is. Is that correct? Can I access from the outside? The map is all jumbled in my head. So I want to try and go... No, I don't... I think I have to go back underground. Yeah, I have to go back underground. Oh, these screen transitions are pissing me off. Yeah, I have to go underground. All the way back to the chapel area. And I do think that is where the red, where the like the stained glass is and stuff. I always wonder how the multiple disc system works in games like this. Because I can access all of the monastery, right? There's still random encounters. Yeah, the encounters have changed. It's probably calling like different monsters from the monster sheet. But it's still, you know, yeah, it's still like one disc. Obviously the voice lines are different, but yeah, I find the dev gods for no encounters sheet. Yeah, because they won't be able to give me enough XP at this point, so it's definitely worth doing. And if I've gone in the wrong direction, I'll turn up the game speed. There's actually not that many cheats for this. You can actually give Koudelka infinite health, the whole party infinite health, and I think that's kind of it. So I could take down the super boss by cheating, but the discs hold the encounters, boss AI, and cutscenes, and the voice stuff, I guess. The area itself is the only thing that stays, but the parts of the script are all cut into different discs. Nice. Imagine the planning required. It's absolutely insane. So I'm in the right area. This is the church left nave. I thought this was the chapel. Stained glass room. Okay, this doesn't... Oh, this has already been done. Yeah, so this isn't where I needed to go then. Damn it. It feels like I've done everything out of order. I probably should have solved the puzzle to get to Elaine, spoke to Roger, got the acid, and then there's something... near where the acid is. Pence. So... I imagine this is frustrating trying to help on like the stream delay. It should only be like 2 seconds, if that. So to look for a door somewhere else. The church has got to be this way. Funny EG, in the Legend of Dragoon, you need to put back disc 2 when trying to access a previously visited area while you're playing disc 4. That's hilarious. It speaks to the problem though, doesn't it? Of like how challenging it would actually be. That's so funny. They must have struggled with that a ton. I bet that would be enough for a player to be like, okay, I'm just not gonna go back to that area then. Am I? Fuck! I think I'm getting lost. It's not through here, is it? Nah, because this is the wine room. Yeah, which I don't need. I can't go across. I can only go down. Okay, up the stairs. All the monsters are glad I turned off random encounters as well. I'd just be robbing them blind, beating their asses down for no reason. You just don't go there easy, yeah. Yeah, because if you, imagine, well, because like if you're playing on the old consoles like PlayStation 1, you've also got the loading time. So not only do you have to get up and change the discs, you then have like the loading time of like getting the whole game back into memory, and maybe you go into disc 2 for like 5 minutes and you have to do it all back in reverse. Like, nah. That is what I'd like. Emulation is really good. There's no beating that. There have been some really good ports to Steam though, like the Final Fantasy X that you can get on Steam is actually really good. I don't know what any of this disc stuff means. She doesn't know what a VHS is. Nah, my era was like VHSs were like still around, but like didn't really use them. You'd get like combo DVD VHS players, but I mostly had like DVDs. Am I close to the right area? Am I close to the right area, Army? Do you think? I've gone back to the acid place. Which, you know, a lot of progress has been made so far on stream. Going for like over an hour. Kind of ran in circles. Yeah, so in the old days, I think this was just PlayStation 1. I don't know if it was on PlayStation 2. If you had a big game like Koudelka, you'd start on disc 1 and you'd have to, when you hit certain areas of the game, you have to like then get disc 2 and put that in. So then you could keep progressing in the game. Legend of Dragoon as a PS5 port or PS4, not sure. Changes the discs automatically. That's nice. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain like manually doing it, but it's not that big a deal. Where the frick am I? Nobody wants to help, maybe you just want you to suffer. Maybe. The cardio is good, I know. It's like when I play these types of games, the amount of like steps I get. It must be hilarious. And this is Charlotte's room, right? So there's nothing. Oh, so I just came through like the hole in the wall. I am. So in Patrick's quarters. I've literally just done a fucking circle. This takes me back outside. What is this chapel? You have to go to the Hestia room. That is this way. Oh, climb the stairs, please. Yes, this is Hestia room. It's opposite Roger Bacon's room. This is the Hestia room. Yeah, the picture of a scroll with the dragons, it says Hestia. It means Hearth, which I've already been to. So then it mentions the Hearth, which is in this other room. Wait, did it... Let's just go and find... Elaine. Maybe I just need to do the flag with Roger Bacon? And now I can go and pour it on her? Was that what it was? I hope it's not. I'm gonna be so mad. Let's find out. If I just missed a cinematic flag. Okay, let's save. This is gonna be so annoying if that's the case. Yep, I needed the flag with Roger Bacon. That was stupid. Stupid game. You got pistol rounds. I've actually got maximum pistols. You see 6 dolls. It looks like the lower 4 dolls can be moved. Let's move the first doll. I cannot even tell what direction they're looking, but I found the place I need to be. So you just gotta turn them. Hang on. So they face the altar, I guess. So 4th doll, yes. You hear something that sounds like a lock opening from the next room. Yeah, you're literally here. It was confusing because I'd got the acid, and it was like, oh, you can't progress. And I wouldn't have thought to go back to Roger. You found Roman's nuts. He's absolutely running out of those nuts. I guess we're gonna fight Elaine. Shotgun shells. Let's rub the walls, make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah. So we literally just spent half an hour running around because the game wasn't clear. Oh well. Vestry, 1st floor. That's why I was derping, because I literally hadn't been here. So it made sense, it was like I didn't know where it was. Is there anything on the sides? No. Oh, yes. Was not prepared for that. Let's just go back. So there's like a door here. Does that mean this is locked? No. Something's not right. Okay, let's go back. We know the boss fight is in here. No, actually, I should do the boss fight. And then what's in the other room is then probably like where we go after the boss fight. Is it? So this is the end boss for disc 3? Oh, look at it. It's like it's upside down. It's like a weird Millennium Eye bird turkey. And this is the most annoying boss in the game, right? Oh, Edward's not really got the best weapon for this. We'll find out. Oh, miss. Oh, God. Does that mean... Okay, let's use Flare and Geyser. If this guy just has insane evasion, that could be like really annoying. And I would get why this would be the most annoying boss. Thankfully, he doesn't do a ton of damage. So this is the Apostle, the worst boss in the game. Simply the fact that when he does a funny dance in jitters, you can't hit it. Thankfully, I've got a lot of damage. So, as long as I hit him enough. Hopefully it dies fast. You'll have to go soon. You won't be there for the end. Oh, that's sad. I'll be streaming for longer this evening. So, Saturdays are longer streams now. Did you have to buy each disc separately, or you got all of them? So I'm doing emulation, so I've just got all of the discs. But back in the day, when you bought like a PlayStation 1 game that was multi-discs, it just gave you all of the discs in the single game. So if you bought, say, Final Fantasy VII, you got all 4 discs of Final Fantasy VII in that game. You know, compare that to these days, where like, these days you pay full price for a game, and the game barely works. Oh, if you hit it with magic while it dances, it heals itself. Oh, well, I just figured that out. Yeah, I can see why this would get annoying, because you don't control attack speed. Maybe come back when you find the time. Yeah, so my goal is to beat the game tonight. So as long as that takes. Hopefully not forever. Either way, I need to give Edward... What I might do, if I boost Koudelka's agility, she can at least attack quicker. And then from there, hopefully I can get the attacks off before it like dances to heal itself. I've not picked up on the healing dance yet. So let's try Megalith. Funny, you had to buy discs separately for that. Absolutely legal purchase PS1 in Europe. Well, for collectors, maybe. Really neat design, though, you'd say. Just dude upside down with his eyes coming out of every part of his body, except his eyes. It's kind of like a fly, isn't he? It's a cool concept, and it is a cool design. The mechanic is probably like definitely frustrating. I'm trying to work out what this specific dance is. Like, how animated are we talking about this dance? Either way, I need to move Edward forward and pick a different weapon. So he currently has the air sword. Let's pick the water sword. Nintendo 2067, we're going to release this game on 4 discs each for 120 money. It's not even 4 discs, it's this little cartridge, and the full game isn't on the cartridge. Like, is it dancing now? Is that counted as a dance? If I hit this, I miss anyway. The dances, he just jitters more than usual, so right now, I thought it was now. So I can use this time to wait on Koudelka and use James to heal Edward. You miss those times. A PS1 game was around €1. Yeah, like you just walk in for like the bargain bin, and there'd just be loads of them. Okay, I think he's oh yeah, he's still jittering. Is he? If I wait... Yeah, games are so expensive now, and they're getting even more expensive. And it really makes things like Game Pass really valuable. Because with Game Pass, you get a lot of value out of it for what it is. Like, so let's say for this year, for example, you want to play the new Doom game and you wanted to play the Oblivion remake. Well, for the cost of one of those games, you essentially get the full year. You know, so it's kind of... Game Pass is a good deal. Looks like a mating dance. Be careful, cover your voids. It does look like a mating dance with his feathers and stuff. Yeah, it's just gonna be a long fight, this one. Like, I understand the pattern. It's just nice, like going to hold my attacks in certain places. Meanwhile, any other hobby, your organs seem nice today. You want to sell them? Like, I know, if you're into Warhammer, the models like very expensive, and they're only gonna get more expensive as well. I do like Warhammer, but not the models. I just like the lore and like some of the games and some of the books as well. But I never got into the model stuff because I could never afford them. But the kids in high school were really into it. As one of my previous jobs, they really, really were into it. Like, they'd go into work at the weekend so they could use all the work tables so that they could, you know, like have big battles on like all of the tables. I lived nowhere close because it was remote and they all lived like to the office, so that's what they would do. Drummer pieces, the bane of wallets. Are you a drummer then? I know drum pieces are very expensive. Like, if you're trying to buy like a new cymbal, snare pieces, stuff like that. I say this is a guitarist. Actually, I'm just gonna heal. Might as well just heal Edward since Koudelka is so much faster than everybody else. I think any hobby can be expensive. Like, if you're a painter and you like using like gouache, the expensive paint, or if you're like someone who likes to like build models, you know, like stuff like that's expensive as well. Like gunpla and stuff like that. I've done some of the Star Wars gunpla where you build like the X-wings and they're like 1/72 scale from like Bandai Namco. I think that those are great value. I think they're really, really good. They're fun to build. They somewhat complicated instructions, but I think they're fun. I think they're well worth the money, which they're like £30 or something. And then there was your Lego. Oh yeah, your kidneys are 10k if anyone wants them. If you join the Discord, I'd love to see the pictures of your Lego collection. Because you bought some Star Wars pieces, right? I've got the little droid from Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I forget what his BD. I've got the BD Lego model, and I had work actually buy it for me because I work remote, and a bunch of the other software engineers work remote. I organised it so that... Oh, beat the boss. I organised it so that all remote workers could have like their own Christmas party without having to go into the office. And they gave us like £100 to spend on whatever we wanted. So I had people just buying Lego and stuff, and we would make it all together. It's obviously separately, but like on like a Zoom call. BD8. Easily the best part of the game. Let's boost vitality so I can start tanking some hits. I've got a nice level up sound over and over. Crossbow. What do I chuck? Honestly, the Evil Horn's quite old. Games collecting is pretty expensive for sure. Copy Silent Hill 1 for PS1 is around $140. Jeez Louise. That is expensive. worth it? I don't know. No, the best character is Carl's poncho. Actually, when I get Game Pass, I might do... I've already beaten Jedi Survivor, but I never bought the sequel to that game. Because I bought it and returned it because the optimization was terrible. But with the new PC, I might... If I've got Game Pass, then I might as well just give that a go. You can see my parrying skills. Oh, I should like save it. Does a big boss battle, just keeps on running around. What was the sequel like to Jedi Survivor? Is it actually fun and worth playing? Not really. You can get one for like €7 on PS3 shop. Yeah. Am I supposed to do something here? This feels like there should be something here. It was on sale recently. I was quite... Silent Hill 1 is good. But I don't know, I wasn't used to the PlayStation 1 when I played Silent Hill 1, so maybe I'm a little bit harsher on it than I remember. Than I should have been. I had fun with it. What am I supposed to do here? Yeah, so I'd be the boss. I can't interact with anything. It's really fun, yeah, but it's plagued with software issues. It also has battle droids now. I thought you were talking about Silent Hill 1 for a second. Yeah, with Game Pass the new PC, I'd probably give it a shot. Oh, here we are.
This must be the temple.
There's no way! If I put a bullet through it, it wouldn't budge. What are we gonna do?
How ironic to have made it this far and not have access to the temple.
Koudelka, Edward, you both must go now. It is my friend that is apparently responsible for this disturbance, and therefore I am partially responsible for this trouble. I have no intention of asking for your sympathy, and I'm in no position to plead for your help. So from this point forward, I can manage on my own.
Don't kid yourself. We didn't come along just for your sake.
No, Koudelka, you should go back now. It'll be far too dangerous.
To go now. Enjoy the game. Hope you beat it. Thanks, dude. Thank you for coming. I will see you next time.
You are a good fighter, having had plenty of experience, and I won't deny the fact that you have the killer instinct either. But when all is said and done, you are an average Joe. I am not. I was meant to exist in this realm. It's the only place I can carve out an existence for myself.
Quit lecturing me. I want no part of a lukewarm existence filled with regret. No. My way is to not worry about consequences, and to do whatever it is I want to do. Chance means nothing to me. Life's a gamble, and once you place your bet, you'd better play to win, or else you end up dead.
Edward, you really are ridiculous.
That's what they tell me.
Do as you like.
That I will.
Oh, suddenly when you feel like it, you decide when you can and cannot open doors?
Wait, there's a way. Remember when we were searching Patrick's mansion? There was various chemicals around. It may take some time, but I think I can combine the chemicals to make nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin?
That's great. We're talking
Make dynamite.
powerful explosives here.
For this door, I think we'll need a full flask. Indeed, if I drop the flask before I return, I'll be knocking on heaven's door in a flash.
So we've got the acid already.
I go, and it is done. The bell invites me.
Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or hell.
Looks like we're all in for the final. It's not the final fight. Oh, please insert disc 4. Un momento. Here we go. Oh, there's not that much game left, I assume then. So do we have to go back to Patrick's lab? Yeah. Okay. Nice. Let's save state in disk 4. And we got to run it back. So we go back up to the hearth. Hearth? Yeah. And we're going to make some dynamite. Dynamite? TNT? What's the difference? In my head, like, TNT comes in stacks and dynamite comes in sticks. It's one cutscene thinking the final area. Oh, damn. And then the 20-minute cutscene. The voice acting is nice, 100%. The voice acting adds so much to this game. I think it elevates it a lot. James has decided to remain in the laboratory in order to mix nitroglycerin. Don't do this at home, kids.
In my work. Can you two wait for me here?
And then...
They're just getting drunk.
What happened to the girl Melanie?
She was gone the next morning. She left with practically everything in the room.
You don't have much luck with women, do you?
Well, you know what they say. The cleanest breakup is when a woman runs out on you.
What else is her statement?
Ah, thank you. I'll join them.
I mean, to have so many people to kid around with. For me, I'm all alone. I've been all alone all my life.
What about
Oh,
you?
is this the long cutscene?
Yes, I did have a childhood. I was born in a small town in Wales, right off the banks of the Taliesin River. It was a small gypsy town.
Gypsy?
That's right, gypsy. And we didn't call ourselves gypsy. We called ourselves Rom. See, a true gypsy is born under the blue sky and is destined to die under the same blue sky. It's gypsy law.
So then I guess you plan on dying underneath the blue skies.
Every gypsy is given a name at birth. My given name was Slato.
Oh, didn't know that.
Slato.
The drink on the model.
Got a strange resonance to that name. What does it mean?
I can't tell you.
That too must be part of the law.
Like how smashed they've gotten.
It is.
You know, ever since I met you, enigmatic, mysterious glint in your eyes. Man, it must be the gypsy in you. A glance from thy soul-searching eye can raise with hope, depress with fear.
Byron again?
Yeah.
You must really like him, don't you?
Yes. So I feel as though we're birds of a feather.
Then he must be self-obsessed as well.
I'd rather be classified as a romantic. My father was a strict man and couldn't forgive his son for failing academically. He blamed my failure on the time I wasted inventing adventures, dreaming of a utopian landscape. I was brought up to believe that dreams, the power of the imagination, as well as all the things I loved as a child, were useless, a complete waste of time.
Get Edward's backstory at like the very end of the game.
And again, maybe just that. You know, I think I was probably born too late. By the time I was 15, everything there was to be done had already been done. The Western territories were colonized. The jungles had been explored. There was no wilderness for me to wander into. No jungles for me to cut my way through. I guess that's how I ended up roaming the country. Well, granted, I picked a few fights along the way, played with fire, gambled on my life a few times. But none of that comes close to the truth I'm searching for. I yearn for something far greater. I can't quite explain myself, but it's as though I'm on a quest for some intangible treasure of sorts. Koudelka, I envy you. You have psychic powers that few are blessed with. Being born a gypsy, you can choose to live how you wish.
I wonder if these get together or not.
Who gave you the right to act as if you figured me out? Do you have any idea how I was raised? You make me laugh. Adventures. Please, you haven't the slightest clue. Do you have any idea how much pain my psychic powers have brought me? My father died when I was only a child. I predicted the exact time, place, and ending of my father's life. Imagine that, predicting your own father's death. No, I was cursed as a child, being given powers not meant for a child. And my mother, oh, she was so frightened and so full of hatred for me. She tried to kill me with her very hands. The gypsy elders got together and decided to excommunicate me. I was only 9 then. Do you have any idea how a 9-year-old child survives without the help of a living soul? Treasures, you must be joking. Have you ever cried and begged for your next meal? Did you ever sell your body, seeking shelter from the frigid night air? I used to be just like Charlotte. When she cried and said, "No one has ever loved me." Oh, her words cut straight through me. It was me she was talking about. Just like her, I wish that everybody would die and harbored a hatred for all mankind. But you see, Charlotte has made her peace. And
Uh-huh.
gone.
I hate Miko. Thank you.
Me.
It's warm by the fireplace.
I'm still alive and still all alone. No one has ever lent a helping hand. No one.
Koudelka, you?
I am not as
You take your shirt off,
free
sir.
as you make me out to be. I am a poor, dirty, ignorant woman who threw her gypsy pride to the dogs in order to live. But you see, even someone like me can do good. Because with my powers, I can help ease the pain of others. That's when I feel good about living. I don't need to be loved. I just want my life to have some meaning. And just want someone to tell me they need me. You. No way you ever understand.
That was a really long cutscene. That was really well animated as well.
It's completed.
Wow, the PlayStation 1, developers had vision, Yeah, clearly had a lot of skill. James has finished his work. You got nitroglycerin. Okay, so we can run it back now. So, are we about to come to the end of the game? Like, is this where we're at? It's over so quickly. I think I'm probably like the right level. I don't feel there's a point to turn on random encounters. I don't think I've got enough levels for the super boss though. Which is kind of, yeah. Meh. It would have been fun to beat it, but there's no achievements for us. Yeah, time to go to the door and fight your way up to Elaine. Alright, what I'm going to do, I will quickly pause, save the state, and I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom, so I will be back in a second. And back. Sound Drunk isn't easy for acting. I was thinking that. They did really well, especially adding emotion with it, yeah. I bet when they were doing that whole piece, they were filming, I don't know, I'd assume that they would be filming the actors and using it as cues to do the animation, because stuff like that is quite intense, so like doing that, it helped have the reference, wouldn't it, of them like moving around and stuff, like super powerful. I'm prepared for the final boss. Oh, one-winged angel. One day we'll do Final Fantasy VII, and I'll take down Sephiroth on stream. Oh shoot, it's happening. Nice, one last FMV. So I imagine we're oh, okay. I thought we're obviously gonna fight Patrick, but we need to like get rid of Elaine's body.
It's amazing.
Oh, wow. So I do have Koudelka's pendant, which gets me the good ending, right? But the good ending is actually me losing the fight, I forget. Oh, hey, Charlie. Elaine! It makes me want to do it in the Stella! Hold up a speaker. Church Sanctuary. You think so? I mean, they still do that game in animation to this day, wouldn't be shocked. Yeah? It's just because the game is so old and it's Japanese developers with English voice acting, so canon ending is losing the fight. Yeah, let me give a shout out. Hold on a second. Shout out. Oh, Charlie's got a really long name. Hopefully that's spelled right. Oh no, it's gone to someone called Charlie. Well, my apologies. But yeah, Charlie Chilling is like a new streamer. He's been playing the air quotes sequel to this game. I always forget the name of it. But he's also British, so if you like my voice and gameplay style, you might like his. Looking beyond the stained glass, you see a sheer cliff rising from the ocean. Yeah, there's a good ending and the bad ending and the badder ending. I've got the pendant, so we can only see how that goes. I assume the good ending is the tree of life has stopped. Looking beyond the stained glass, you see a sheer cliff. Because the good ending is we put Elaine to rest and we have to kill Patrick because he's effectively been consumed by like all the like machinations and stuff, and like for all the like his horrible deeds that he's done. Oh, do I play the organ? You see a pipe organ with runes carved into the keys. It looks like there are only 4 keys that can be pressed. The runes on these keys read people, secret, pain, and light. Nice to catch you live. Yeah, I dropped it again. I forget the name of the sequel to this game. I dropped into yours for a little bit. The bad ending is you getting Indiana Jones arc to death by Elaine. Oh, I kind of legit want to see that. You want to press. I'm gonna go with press light, people, and then secret and pain. Is there somewhere? Oh, okay. It's the symbols from the statues, Shadow Hearts. Thank you. I forget them all the time. The gameplay looks decent enough on that. Oh, it's secret pain, people, light. The pipe organ sounds of reverberating notes. I'll get to Shadow Hearts eventually. Oh, I wonder what this accomplished. Whenever I see organs, I always think of that scene from The Simpsons where Bart switches in, when they're in church, he switches in the the rock sheet music instead of the normal like organ music. Yeah, people are kind of mixed on Shadow Hearts from what I've seen. There's a lot of games though. I wonder what that opened. I'm gonna have to rub my body against these walls to find the next location. Shadow Hearts is less survival horror, more horror aesthetic JRPG, but still good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I wouldn't even really say this is survival horror. I mean, it kind of is, because I know like you've got items and stuff, but it's very loose in my opinion. Oh. Come on, screen transitions, work with me. I think they're more mixed on the sequels, Covenant and Desert One, yeah. Is that Patrick?
Patrick?
Yeah.
Patrick.
So we're just gonna camp out next to all these corpses. Look at this paraffin is down here.
What are you doing? What's that? No, don't!
I'm not asking for your help. This is my problem. None of you need to die with me here.
Gonna sacrifice himself? It'd be a shame. I don't think Elaine would want him to die. Church Cauldron of Life. Okay, let's save. This is this looks like it came from aliens. If you throw Daniel's arm and call upon the power of fire. Oh, so I need to go and find Daniel's arm? Is Daniel's arm like a biblical reference to something? If it is, I don't know it. Oh, hang on. What am I missing? Let me just... Ah, nuts! Nuts! Pressed X on the stairs. I was a pixel too close. I just want to double check there's nothing I've like missed downstairs. I don't think there is. Wait, didn't we already get the arm? I've never picked up Daniel's arm. Is this like a key item that I'm missing? Oh, it's Patrick's body. No, I've never picked up Daniel's arm. I'd seen references to it all over the place, but then I never found out where Daniel's arm was. I've got a mask that I've never used. What else have I got? Like, that's kind of it. So I never picked up Daniel's arm. It's sounding like that's a key item. I might have to traverse the entire monastery back. Is that what you're suggesting? I've not found a character called Daniel or anything like that so far. Have I messed up? Storage room in the Abbey. The storage room. That's near the acid. Right? Where like the safe room is. I must not have picked up an object in there. I don't think it's that far back. That's crazy if I've missed like the most key of key items. Let's run it back. It won't take long. I think I know what you mean. Embarrassing. All set for the the big fight. Storage room is a part of the floor sign puzzle. Yeah. Well, what is the most efficient way to get there? It might be this way. I think I can go through the window in Charlotte's room. So I can go through here. And then down these stairs. Maybe? Hopefully? Son of a... Is this the acid room? This is the acid room. Okay, I think this is good. Yeah. There was no... Oh, I've been bragging predominantly throughout my entire playthrough that I was like, you know what? All of these key items, they're difficult to see, but I predominantly picked them all up. And then I get to like the keyest of key items and I've just completely missed it. I appreciate the guidance, Army. So this is the storage room, right? And then this is the secret part. I thought I rubbed my body on literally every single surface. Okay, maybe it's the other room. See, is this the underground storage room? Or did you say the Abbey? Okay, maybe it is not this one. I think I just have to go run up some stairs. At least we've got the sweet, sweet ambience of Koudelka. Is this it? Oh, fucking hell, it's actually quite far back. Jeez. I apologize for the severe amount of steps I've gotten all stream. I wonder... God, I can't even see where this arm would be. It might be quicker to go the other way. Well, too late now. This would be the kind of thing of where if you were playing this on release... What is this? Is this 1999? Here we go, second storage room. It's lying near the rubble where someone tossed a chandelier at you. Let's have a look. So this was the guy that Edward murdered. Oh, the hand. I remember that. Oh god, that was like 2 or 3 streams ago. Okay, yeah, so there is a hand down here. If I just rub this. There's the arm. You found Daniel's arm. Wow. Okay. I remember what happened here. I actually picked up Daniel's arm originally. Then I got destroyed in like some battle or something like that. And I probably reloaded, forgot to pick up the arm on my way back. Screwed myself. It's still kind of odd that he just axed this random burglar. Wasn't the story that... so you had the 2 caretakers, the old man and the old lady. And they were killing any burglars and thieves. Because they're so guilty that thieves killed Elaine, you know, Patrick's wife in all of this. So that was their motivation. And then Patrick would use them... No, I've gone in the wrong direction. Have I? No, yeah. Then Patrick was using them in the sacrifices to try and bring Elaine back. It's been quite a challenging story to keep in my head, this one. Like everything else, even with the challenge of, say, like the Silent Hill games, I was able to kind of keep the narrative consistent. This one's a little bit weird. Like, I don't really fully know who Charlotte is yet. Or maybe I do and I've, like, missed it. I've done a lot of missing... But yeah, that burglar was terrified. He was terrified of the old couple, and then he fought me, and I was like, oh, okay, I understand. We can probably let him go. And then Edward just like murders him in cold blood as well. Okay, then I can go down here through this door. Okay, it's time. This has been a really like a long-winded way to get to the final boss fight. Stairs, thank you. Charlotte's just a girl that's sent here because her mum did a crime, and that's kind of it. You read her mum's letter that explains it all, though. I know that Charlotte was the daughter of that girl, of the mum from the letter, because she was in an affair, and she's the result of that affair, I believe. I just thought there'd be more to it. I thought like maybe it was Patrick's daughter, and that was the affair, or something like that. And then Patrick later murdered her as part of a sacrifice, because like the younger and purer the soul, like the more worth it is, the more valuable it is to the demons. At least that was what I got from like the rest of the story. Okay, we're back on track. I had seen that Daniel's arm be referenced like throughout the game in different places, and I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. Who is Daniel? And why is his arm so valuable? Oh, come on, stairs. There we go. I think Charlotte got murdered long before Patrick bought the monastery when he was still a prisoner. Oh, I see. Okay, let's save state. The Church Cauldron of Life. God, it does look like it came from Alien. Like a face hugger. If you throw Daniel's arm in and call upon the power of fire. Daniel is the guy that built the monastery. I see.
Are you sure?
Here we go.
Let's proceed. Saint Daniel Scotius, protect us from these evil spirits and grant us inner strength. Amen.
Oh, so he's like a super holy guy. And so by sacrificing his arm, we purge the monastery of the evil spirits, which begins the final boss.
Thou, who were created and born out of dust, now go quietly and return to thy Maker!
Probably gonna get blown off the cliff. You know, like classic Hollywood movie. This is cool. Oh, that's a challenging camera angle. Ba-da-da. I think I've still got encounters turned off, and somehow this has come in. I'll turn back random encounters. Yeah, Daniel was like a holy priest or something like that. He was like a saint or something like that. Blair. Oh, I should really give Edward a good melee weapon before the boss fight. The plant's counted as a boss enemy. Oh, that's interesting. It might be better to try and blast one down then. If it wasn't for all the running around, and I've spent like half of the stream running around, if not more, I probably could have beaten this game like pretty quickly. They do pretty decent damage for what they are. They kind of move like chess pieces, which is funny. It's the adventure that counts, that's true. Oh, and they got absolutely wrecked by my flare. I've not upgraded Koudelka's weapon for like 2 discs. Like, her and James have just kept the same. Oh, double flare. Get wrecked. I say that, and if they combine to a bigger plant, it might not work out. I should have enough weapons and variety for the final boss if he has like immunities and stuff. What would you say is the best PlayStation 1 game then? Because for me, I'm still very much of the opinion Parasite Eve 1 is the best. It might take a while to find something that is better. Koudelka's good. I kind of know what the ending is, but I'd probably give this game like a good we'll wait until the end, but I think this is probably going to be a 7 out of 10. Depending on the ending, it might be an 8 out of 10. It could do a little bit more Final Fantasy 8 maybe. I've screwed myself a little bit there, because obviously you've got Final Fantasy 7. It kind of has to be Final Fantasy 7 for me. But if we kind of just like not including that, then I'd probably say Parasite Eve 1. Also Crash Bandicoot, because thank you Koudelka's Crash Banuka memes. I never played a Crash Bandicoot game. If I beat this and there's still like several hours left of stream, I might just download Crash Bandicoot and see how we get on, having never played it, and just play it blind. Okay, that's 1 down. 2 down? Oh yeah, it's 2 down. Yeah, I'd never really played platformers as a kid. I have played a Mario game, but I've never beaten one. Never played Crash Bandicoot. What's the other big platformers? Oh, I'm up. I was always more of a... just boost the magic damage is probably time. I was always more into like shooting games. That was my default. Oh, dexterity idol. Oh, cool. Choose 2 items to throw away. Bowgun. The bowgun's pretty good. The rifle I've never used. Am I using the air badge? Fuck. Air jewel. Okay, we'll just do that. I wonder what those do. Let's take a look. Equip. I assume it's an equip. Oh, it's not? Oh, can I use these? Spyro, Sly Cooper, Banjo-Kazooie. I rented Banjo-Kazooie a lot, but never beat it. Dexterity. Use? Who's going to be best for this? It's probably going to be Ed. Use? Who's going to be best for this? It's probably going to be Edward. The look idol. Edward again. Dexterity, I'd just give it Koudelka for once. Let's save. You only got into shooters rather late, and then out of modern shooters entirely because your ex played them. Just yeah, I can see how like if you associate it with one person. I'm assuming you play maybe like Counter-Strike then, or Valorant. Probably Valorant, isn't it? I've pretty much played all the major shooters. If I was to say what is my least favorite modern shooter now, I'd definitely say like Valorant. But I've also... Oh, there's like a zombie in the plant. My main time with Counter-Strike was definitely Counter-Strike CSGO. I can play Counter-Strike now and I'll probably rank up pretty well. Maybe get into like the 20k or something like that, which is probably like the supreme or the previous global elite. But I just haven't got the interest in playing a game like that competitively anymore. It's not that I think it's bad, it's just I'm just done. Playing competitive games can be really exhausting, he says, as he's in the top 7% of Marvel Rival players. That's the dude that revived Elaine. Oh, it's Patrick. Halo. I've never actually played a Halo game either. That's another thing. When I get Game Pass with the new PC, I can then like go through like the Halo games as well. I remember being introduced to Halo by my cousin, and he was like showing me how cool it was, and I was like, I don't like the look of the monsters. I found them too scary, so I never got into Halo. I believe the Halo games drop off quite dramatically after what, Halo 3 or 4? I'm not too sure. And the Halo TV show apparently was absolutely awful. I saw some clips of it. Some clips, like the action clips, those looked really cool. But I guess like the remainder narrative sucks then. Oh, so Patrick is there and he's not taking any fire damage. I might have to switch. Well, let's just get this. Let's get one down at least. Okay, mission accomplished. I assume you play the Halo games just from the first game, you know, straight on. Oh shoot, that's a lot of damage. I'm still gonna try and attack though, and I'll probably pull James back, get him to heal Edward. I haven't used much of the buffing, really. Not really, they're still rather okay. Reach was fun. I've heard so much about Halo Reach. Is that the prequel? Right, that's the Fall of Reach. I say that as if I know what I'm talking about, and I absolutely do not. Oh, fuck, James. What did you think of, was it Halo Infinite? That didn't seem to be very infinite. In the same way that Windows 10 is the last operating system that is also not a thing, apparently. It's probably going to be best if I just, like... Let's take some of these Roman nuts. Does that revive, then? I thought it was a healing item. Oh, wow, it's a big revive. Okay. Roman's nuts are really well worth it then. It was well worth holding on to them the entire playthrough, so thank you for your nuts, Roman. Yeah, I definitely need to pull James back. Guys are seemed effective. Let's try Megalith. It's a prequel, yes. Makes sense. I'm always kind of surprised that the Halo games didn't have more... You had like Halo shooter games. Fucking hell. But you didn't get games like... there's not like a Halo strategy game. There's not like a Hero XCOM game. Or anything like that. Which just kind of seems like strange to me. Like, you could have a Fire Emblem style Halo game. You know, like, I think that'd be really cool. But my game suggestions never seem to get made. I don't want to blow all these nuts. Does reflect magic? I assume that's how it would do it, and it'd work like the normal stuff. But I'm not too sure with these older games. Reach came out after you broke up, so you wouldn't know. What's your like normal favorite type of games? Because like definitely when I was like a teen and growing up, shooters were my main, and I came to RPGs far later than everything else. Oh fuck! I hit wait. God damn it! I meant to hit. I interpret wait to be item. Instead, I have to go into action, then select item. There is a Halo Command and Conquer thing, is there? I had no idea. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, I think the monster might have trapped me because it blocks rows. Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to move. So if I wanted to use like Roman nuts, I can't reach. Yeah. Either way, I should run. But yeah, you'd think for Halo being what is pretty much like a really big IP that there would be a lot more of it. But there just kind of isn't. I can kind of understand not wanting to cannibalize the name, but you know, that's why you just make good games. What was the last good Command and Conquer? I don't know. Your favorite JRPG, but you also feel like the Batman Arkham Combat Press Left Mouse Counter Button game. You think it's the Assassin's Creed Unity engine? Oh, was it? I had no idea it was that. Yeah, I came to JRPGs and RPGs in general way later. And honestly, it took me a while to appreciate them. But when I finally did have like a proper go, I really fell in love with JRPGs. What is going to be my best option? Probably healing Koudelka and getting her to revive. And then I can just revive. What? Hang on, what happened? Oh, am I out of range? Do I have to move? Oh, that's kind of risky actually. Gonna buff my agility, get healed, and then do a run. The Lord of the Rings Command and Conquer was fun. Did that exist? I know Battle for Middle-earth 2 was an awesome game, and you can't get hold of it. Like there's nowhere to play it. It's kind of like abandoned, where like the licensing issue is such a pain. I didn't know there was a Lord of the Rings Command and Conquer. I would be interested in trying that one out. You quite like the Star Ocean series, particularly 2 and 4. I played the more modern Star Oceans on Steam, and I didn't finish them. I thought they were okay. I keep meaning to go back and give them like a better go than like. Oh damn it! I'm so out of range. Oh, okay, back to heal. Didn't they do like a fairly more recent Star Ocean game? I felt it did like only okay on Steam, unfortunately. Oh, you think that is Battle for Middle-earth? Okay. Yeah, it was a real-time strategy game, but I didn't consider it to be like Command and Conquer. But now that you've drawn that comparison, I was like, yeah, that's probably it. The Battle for Middle-earth games were really good. But you can't play them. And they're honestly quite challenging to get working as well. Damn it, I'm stuck in this loop of trying to heal. And Koudelka can't move forward. Damn it, letting Edward go down was a mistake. Yeah, the 6th one is the newest and you couldn't really get into it either. That's unfortunate. Star Ocean is a series that I'd really like to get into. It's kind of like sci-fi fantasy in a way. It feels like it's got a lot of legs. It just doesn't ever seem to pick up enough speed. Which is sad. What if I boost both our agility and get some space? Wasn't there a Star Ocean game that was like 2.5D? Am I getting that correct? It might be a different series. I tried that and I ended up returning it. I was interested, but it just didn't do it for me in the end. Shit, with this thing in the way. I'm gonna have to move. Yeah, it's kind of a Star Trek vibe to them. Yeah. I want to be more invested in it than I am, but the gameplay never seems to quite live up to the story that they want to tell. And I love a good story, but if the combat isn't there, then it's a struggle to kind of get through. I wanted to get into Phantasy Star, but Steam delisted them. That's another series I'd like to be into, but it's impossible to get like a good like you got Fantasy Star Online and stuff, but I'm not interested in that, unfortunately. I'm just gonna try and see if I can knock this guy back. It's my only option. No dice. There's a remake of 2 which probably can consider 2.5D. I think I gave that a go on Steam. I thought it was fine, but not for the price that they wanted for it. I think that's where I felt like it was a little bit negative. Oh, I'm messing this right up. It might just be time to get some high potions and then start dropping like magic. Was it a remaster? I'd say. I think it was a remake. Oh, is it a remaster if they completely change it? I don't know. Fantasy Star 4 on Genesis is really good, do you think? I've heard a lot of positive stuff about the Genesis games. They kind of look a little bit like Dragon Quest. Maybe that's why you like it, since you're a big fan of Dragon Quest. This mace, can the mace knock him back? No. Damn it, I really need... Edward's too far away for me to move, and then... This is where like the combat system does fall down a bit here. Where like I'm trapped and there's no... I'm just gonna reload state. This is just like a stuck conclusion there. Yeah, I was too young, like way too young for the Genesis games. I think my brother had one, like the Sega Genesis 2. But he's much older than me, and I think he was old when he got it as well. Phantasy Star is more sci-fi, yeah. It's got the UI looks like Dragon Quest for the older games, I believe. I think I've mentioned like my favorite RPG is like Bravely Default and actually I'm just gonna boost my... I don't think the boost is worth it. I'm just gonna start blasting the flares off. Is Bravely Default, Octopath Traveler. I thought they were absolutely amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pull my characters back. And boost his strength. They're on Steam for like $1 Sag. Because they have taken stuff off of Steam, I do have this approach now of if there's something that I want, then if it's on sale and it's cheap, I do just kind of buy it now, which is it's a stupid thing to do realistically, because even if it's on Steam, you don't technically own it, but you had a Sega Mega Drive growing up, but didn't have any RPGs on it. Yeah, it was... I think RPGs, like, let's say, like, early 90s, late 90s, 2000s, unless someone you knew played RPGs, it was unlikely you gave them a go, because they were difficult games to play. You probably needed a guide, whereas, like, any of the kind of, like, action arcade games, you could... like, anyone could kind of, like, do well on those. Like, playing this game, I've had to look up a walkthrough, you know? And there's a reason games like this had a hotline to call for tips and hints. For $1 an hour, they waste your time for 10 minutes, and... you don't because you're broke, and you don't play any of these Steam games. You got like 50 untouched games. I've got way more untouched games than that. But yeah, I'm the same. And because games are becoming so more expensive, it's why I think... So I've always been against Game Pass. I've always been a Steam, like, you know, Gaben is king. And I like to own the games as much as owning games via Steam is still like a air quotes own. Which is annoying, but like, what, you know, what can you do? And that's why I'm leaning towards, like, finally getting Game Pass, particularly when I get my new PC. Most RPGs didn't get popular until FF7 in Europe, that is true. Plus they were usually only PC exclusive, like Baldur's Gate. Yeah, because if you had a PC, you were likely to be a slightly older, more technically gifted like type person. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3? I bought Baldur's Gate 3 and I tried to play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I honestly didn't have that fun a time. I feel like the graphics really held it back, and because I didn't grow up with Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I don't have the nostalgia to like push through. So maybe what I said was sacrilege to someone who did, but I thought Baldur's Gate 3 was amazing. I think it's worth every single penny. And they're still updating it now, even though they said they were kind of stopped. They still come out with updates. You should have bought some Star Wars games while they're on sale. Ah well, Steam summer sale just around the corner soon. True, and honestly, Steam in the past year and a half, they've adopted this model of every 2 weeks as a brand new sale. So even if there's something that you missed, you actually probably haven't missed it. You just missed it for this 2 or 4 week period. My grandfather had a PC, so he was looking to play a bunch of the PC RPGs in the 90s. That's awesome. We had a PC growing up, but my older brother wasn't interested in those types of games. We were playing, and and obviously growing up, I was playing what my much older brother was playing. Because one, he could afford the games, but also because as a kid you watch other people play games, and that's why I mostly know the shooters a lot better than everything else. I mean, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are old. They came with like 10 discs. No way. I can see it because they'd be humongous games. You still have your BG1 and BG2 discs. Not quite 10, I think 4, 5 and 4 respectively. Combined 10. That's wild for back then. Hang on. I was trying to heal? Oh no, I was trying to flare. That's why I picked the wrong one. Not your tempo for gameplay. Most Western RPGs play really weird for me. I get that. Same way you don't really like the KOTOR gameplay. Sacrilege! Nah, it's... Yeah, the Western RPGs, they mostly work on like the D20 system. Which, frankly, didn't make a ton of sense to me growing up. It's mostly just I hit the thing. Even now I get confused with the D20 system. And when I do occasionally play Dungeons and Dragons, I much prefer like a computer just does all the math for me. Let me do the story and like the action, and let the computer do the math. The KOTOR gameplay is definitely of a time. Again, I can play KOTOR and love it. I get why people can play Baldur's 1 and 2 and love it. But again, I think nostalgia plays a big deal. It's a similar when I finished Parasite Eve 2 and I was quite negative on it. It's because I didn't grow up on it. And it changed dramatically from the first game, which I thought was like a 10 out of 10. So are you mostly a retro streamer as well then, Charlie? Is that the vibe you're going for? Can Edward attack? What's going on with Edward? Get your D&D out of my house. This is a Catholic say of people never had the D&D squad to hang out with. Would you be interested in playing a D&D type game? I've been interested in doing not tag. Let's... I'm going to use some... Oh, no. Fuck. My head is so used to JRPGs where it goes, action is attack, move is like move, wait is item, and I'm like hard-coded for it being an item, and when it's not an item, I end up skipping turns. I can't get past the monster? Yes, I can. Fucking thing. Oh no, so it's not gonna let me revive, even though I might have to restart the fight again. Can I revive now? Oh, okay. Fuck it, we'll reload. And now everyone's just gonna stand on the back line. That is so stupid for Resurrection. He didn't intend to be retro-focused, just leaning that way right now. That's fair. I'm going to be mixing in some more modern games. It's just that my PC couldn't really handle. Like, for example, I wouldn't be able to stream Oblivion and stream at the same time. Play Oblivion and stream at the same time. But it's nice playing all the old stuff, because like I never knew about this. And this game was actually suggested by Army. Wanted to play Fear and Hunger, that's not on Steam in your country though, so no D&D for you. There is the, oh my god, what do they call it? The D&D arcade games. Whatever they are called. They are on Steam, so you could play it. I believe those games are actually pretty good as well. I think they're on my wish list. I've not actually played them, but I've heard like super positive stuff. Okay, if I just pull literally everyone back to the back line. And then I'll boost vitality. Yeah, and then Edward can go in the middle. I like how the boss fight isn't challenging, it's just stupid in terms of not letting me cast spells past a row. I wonder if there will come a time when Nintendo brings their games to Steam. I don't think it's going to be for the Steam 2, I think we're never going to... the Switch 2. But I definitely see a time when Nintendo would have to do that. Might test Monster Hunter Wilds, see if your PC can handle it along with streaming programs. That's super modern. You might be able to. My issue is I play games at 4K. so for me, that means that's a lot of like intense PC work. Well, what I found out, the map for Elder Scrolls Daggerfall is apparently the same size as the UK. As in, like, actual meters of explorable world is massive. My memory is saying that's something I've heard as well. I don't know if that's if that makes it a good game. Daggerfall is like too old for me. I don't think I can play it. They might remaster it from what I've heard. Now that they've done Oblivion. Nintendo, that's a good one, Void. Send the ninjas. Yeah, technically, some Nintendo games are available on PC, but then they actually would send the ninjas, so it is huge, but most of it's just empty countryside. I mean, that is literally England. Not as bad as Australia though, where like only 10% of Australia is actually lived on or something like that. Probably even less. Oh, they've randomly moved to the back? Weird. I'll burn this plant away. What is the biggest game that I've played? I have beaten Skyrim, but I wasn't enamored by it. You mean Daggerfall is free? Thanks, Body Pillow Man. I mean Bethesda Man. Okay, now everyone is on the back line. Everyone is going to be able to heal themselves. And let's boost his strength. Okay, I'm going to create a new save state just so I don't have to restart this goddamn thing. I've never been a fan of Bethesda games. I bought the original Oblivion years ago and ended up returning it on Steam. One, because it kept crashing. But also just wasn't having that much fun with it. And Skyrim I did beat, and it was good for that one playthrough. I've not been able to go back and enjoy it. People hype up the size of Daggerfall, but it doesn't matter since there's nothing to see between cities and dungeons anyway. I suppose it's more like the adventure element to it. Oh hey, Never's End. Oh, thank you for dropping in. I believe it's like What's 4, 5, 6 p.m. for you? I'm not sure. That sounds like Fallout programming. Oh, hang on, I should heal. Oh no, I'm fine, I'm fine. Yeah, I've never been into that Bethesda games. They've just never really hit it for me. I do want to try the remastered Oblivion to see if I can really get into it. I'm in the mind to get into it, and I think the size for like the Daggerfall stuff, it's about the adventure. You know, it's like the Lord of the Rings thing of where you stop for like second breakfast. You know, as you make your way to a dungeon and stuff. You love Morrowind. Oblivion is funny for the memes. You didn't like Skyrim. Well, at least someone else was a bit mixed on Skyrim. Normally I say that and people like freak out. Oh, it's 10 past 4. I was nearly right. I get so confused with the the different time zones because my chat is so like everyone's from everywhere. So if I boost my vitality again, I'll give you some more defense. I've never played Fallout either. When I've played, the only time I played Fallout was when my brother had like the PlayStation 3 and I went to his house and we were just playing it once. It seemed fine. Again, it's Bethesda in general. They're not kind of like my favorite studio. It's a Final Fantasy 15 thing. You just kind of go find your own adventure even though there's nothing. I enjoyed Final Fantasy 15 the first time I played through it, and I've not been able to go back and like re-enjoy it. It's a challenging game, and I'm actually like really negative on Final Fantasy 16. I fought Final Fantasy 16, and I have. It's funny. I have one of the most popular Steam reviews for Final Fantasy 16. So, and I just really did enjoy it. I thought it was very corridory. It felt like Final Fantasy 13, and not in a good way. You like the pre-Bethesda Fallouts 1 and 2. I never played those either. I do remember my older brother playing them, but I found them, because I was so young, I found them scary. You know, because it's all about like a post-apocalyptic world and all that sort of stuff. Oh damn it, now Edward's stuck. If I change my weapon to automatic pistol. The crossbow, don't forget about crossbow bolts. Let's just use the rifle. Either way, I'm gonna have to drop a heal. You finish. Oh wow, 3,000 damage. Okay, keep the rifle. I finished it this year. I'm good for 15 after nearly 100 hours of it now. That is fair. 13 is in your top 3 in the series. You're 100% a rarity, Army. I'll say that. So what was the last Final Fantasy you enjoyed? I was very mixed on 12 as well, because I didn't feel the combat was... I felt the combat was taken away from me. It felt so automated and so almost pointless, which is really cruel to say. I don't want to say it like that, but I thought the story was really good. But like, if I can't get past the combat and can't make a good enjoyment of it, then you know that's always going to be an issue. I enjoyed Final Fantasy 15. I played 13, 2 and 3. I didn't enjoy them. 14 is fine, but I've not played enough of it really, to be absolutely honest. I played 7, loved it. I haven't played 8. What was your take on... Okay, so Charlie, what was your take on Final Fantasy 13? And Army, why did you like it? I'm gonna have to use like a high potion to get out of this, I think. I feel Final Fantasy 13 had a lot of potential. Like, I thought Lightning was a really cool character. and that they did so much with like her intro cinematic, where like they made her look so cool, like she had like lightning powers, but then like those get ditched pretty instantly, and like everyone kind of acts like a bit of a jerk. Like lightning ends up being like a bit of a douche. You could never get into 12 because of the weird drop system mechanics. It's also just a bit too much stiff stuff in it for me. Yeah, it was a really big world for what it was. I was keen on it, but oh, Charlie hated 13 like me. You bought it for a console for it too. Oh, they saw you coming. Yeah, so my first Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy 13, and I bought it on Steam because I'd heard so much, and I was definitely that kind of Final Fantasy pleb of like, do I have to play Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in? Which obviously isn't the case, but that's definitely like a perception those games have. And so I beat 13, 13-2, and I wasn't having a good time, but because back then I didn't have a lot of money and I bought all 3 games, I was like, I'm finishing these games. Which wasn't necessarily a wise decision, frankly. Am I going to get out of this? I might cast like Vitality on him, see if I can get away with that. You feel like people hate the cast of 13 at the start because they are rather mean. That's because the lightning just lost her sister. She warms up throughout the game like the rest of the cast. Oh, what? Koudelka just got one shot. Okay. Expend more Roman's nuts. Thank God for these nuts. I liked the characters. It's just that they wear very thin on you very quickly. And I feel the combat system is okay, but it was definitely not the strongest point, and the fact that they doubled down for 2 more games kind of made it worse. We started with 7 because we didn't get 1 through 6 in the UK, yeah. Until the PS1 remakes. Yeah, I remember those. I didn't have a PlayStation, but I know that the remakes and stuff. I think my only issue with 13 was a massive difficulty spike at the middle of it when you unlock the overworld. Yeah. And the game expects you to do side hunts to level up, and you just didn't. I felt that as well. I didn't think 13 was a well-balanced game all that much. Oh, I'm just gonna have to stick it. Hopefully. Oh no, nuts! I picked the wrong weapon. Damn, he can't strike with a spear if he's right in front of him. I'm gonna have to pick another sword. Oh, that was a wasted turn. Oh, I have. Oh, and this sword is no good. I'm gonna have to use some more nuts. It had no problem with 13 characters, but the game felt like corridors and the battles felt like they played themselves. I was very much the same. When you finally got to the overworld, it kind of felt like that was out of place. You know, in comparison to like everything else. The joke here is that the same issue you have in 10, but everyone loves 10. I'm a little bit mixed on 10 as well. Maybe now that I've done more retro stuff, I could enjoy it more. But I'm not 100% on that. Oh, no. Heal, please. 10 has really good music and it does have good storytelling. I think the combat and the leveling up system does kind of suck. For me at least. But the story is really, really good. Oh god, this guy's just wasting my turns. Okay, let's swap weapon back to... How many bowgun darts? Okay, let's try the shotgun. Shot checkup still not done. I don't know if this is the final boss or not. It feels like it is, but it's not that epic, so... Koudelka's just gonna have to like heal everyone. You think 10 is your number 1, but sometimes it's 9, you can't decide. I haven't played 9. I'm holding off on 9 on Final Fantasy 9 because I hear there's going to be like a big remake. And so I'm like waiting for the big remake. And this is also the reason why I haven't played Final Fantasy Tactics. So I'm waiting for a big remake of that as well. It's awkward being like a fan of Square Enix because I'm a fan of them and then I end up not liking most of the games. I want to like their games more than I actually do. Is this the final boss army or not? Like, it doesn't feel that epic, but it's taking an absolute chunk of time. I might not have that much shotgun ammo either. Now. You ever playing 10 for the first time with a person you mod for? And we both started bursting out laughing when a certain character became ghost particles at the end. Oh, do I have to... Oh, I've got to reload. I think my shotgun's out. Oof. Let's try this automatic pistol. Okay. Please do good damage. Okay, that's acceptable. As long as they don't ruin it like they did 7. Yeah, I played the Final Fantasy 7 remakes and I wasn't that impressed. They look and sound beautiful. I don't like the combat system. No, this planet's the penultimate one. Jeez, I've been here forever. This can't be the last boss. It feels very anticlimactic. Yeah, that's how I was feeling. It's just an absolute drag. Yeah, the Final Fantasy 7 remakes. I've only played the first one. I can't speak to the second one. They looked amazing, but I just wasn't. The gameplay loop and the side quests just didn't really work, in my opinion. It was nice spending time with Tifa and Aerith. You know, I'll always spend time with them, but... Okay, let's see some more nuts. Oh no. Hitting Koudelka in the face with Roman's nuts. You gave 7 Remake a chance. You even completed it, but was not a fan. Probably won't get the second part unless it gets a huge discount. I only picked up the first one on Steam sale for like 60%. I actually played the 7 Remake. Wasn't that happy with it, and then I went to play sometime later. I played the original Final Fantasy 7 on Steam, and that's what really got me into Final Fantasy 7. It wasn't the remakes, it was the original. And then I enjoyed the original so much, I know that I can't play even the remake. I bet she loves Roman's nuts. Honestly, Roman's nuts have been very valuable. His crown jewels are extremely up in value. Honestly, the pistol is doing more damage than the rifle, so, like... Yeah, Square is in an awkward position with Final Fantasy. Like, 16 really didn't do very well. You know, the 7 remakes are doing well, but... You get drop-off, you know, after... the second game, the third game, people are like they do get less interested. You can replay original 7 forever. Never felt the urge to return to remake. You played the sequel of Koudelka, The Nuts of Roman. That's in the manga, that one. Yeah, I think I could replay Final Fantasy 7 tomorrow and have a good time. I could look at, you know, the graphics of Tifa in Final Fantasy 7 Remake forever. Have you guys played Crisis Core? Because that is something I haven't played, but I kind of want to play the original Crisis Core and get like Zack's side story for, you know, the rest of to have Final Fantasy VII not make more sense, but have like more in it. Okay, well, if he's in front of me, I need a sword. Dark sword? Is he finally down? Oh no. Oh, we're gonna be here for a while, guys. The best thing about Remake is hearing Maya Sakamoto as Aerith. Aerith? Aerith. You can tell which version which version I played. I'm gonna have to try and save Roman's nuts. It feels like Final Fantasy has the issue of new games come out, everyone hates it, and like Plus everyone comes back and it's kind of okay with it. It's like Doctor Who. I feel people will come back to Final Fantasy 16 and be like, this was average. But again, I think it's average right now. I don't think it's like absolutely horrific. I don't think it's that good. Oh, it's down. Praise the Lord. Jeez Louise. That took a long time. Crisis Core is weird. Alright and fun, but weird. I just like the... boy, oh boy. The price of freedom is steep. She needs more HP. Jeez Louise. Everyone needs more HP. Strength idle. Mind idle. Crisis Core didn't feel necessary and it wasn't very fun either. Oh. I've always heard people like absolutely adoring it. You've also got the Crisis Core remake as well, which, you know, maybe that's mixed. I should definitely use those power-up items quickly. Oh hey, NCG goggles. Crisis Core had a good idea, just needed to wait a few more years. Yeah, didn't they like get it out like the year after or something like that? I can't fully remember. And then Mind Idol? I'm gonna give it to Koudelka. You like Genesis, good old Gax could be a gem. The story of Zack is what would make me interested in doing Crisis Core, which is a big win for the storytelling in general. Final Fantasy VII, because I literally only played it this time last year. It's what got me into retro games. That's how good it was, and how like impactful it was. And I was legitimately sad when I beat the game because it was over. Oh, here we go. Final floor. Oh, is this the top of the Tree of Life? Oh, that's cool. It's like a bud. Can you imagine if there's no save point? This would be brutal. You can feel the pulse in the plant. Previously steady, it suddenly picks up pace until it feels as though the plant will explode. Oh, this is the final cinematic. Oh, gross. Oh, so this is the value of the pendant. If it didn't have the pendant, it would just melt. Oh, poor Elaine. Oh, it's not as bad as Parasite Eve, but we do have more jiggle physics, so... This is where the horror element comes in. Ooh. Oh god. That's awful physics. Zack never felt important until they made him important in CC. I can't say because my knowledge is so attached to him being important. So maybe on release and like after. Yeah, I can't really comment on that one. You admit the last time you played FF7 because you did the super bosses. If I was to stream it, I would do the super bosses. Elaine caught up with you. So here, if you didn't have the pendant, everyone gets turned into bones. Yeah, that was cool. Oh, this is Elaine? Beautiful. Let me save state. This is a weird boss theme. I expected something like epic and like, you know, lots of organs and heavy and epic. Instead it's like beach theme. You know, there's this one panel in the manga and it's just Elaine monster feasting on a husband and it's like all drawn in shadows. It look really cool. Is there? Oh, I think I know which one you mean. I do remember seeing that actually. I haven't put it together because I read the manga for Koudelka before I beat the game, which is probably like a bit of a stupid way to do it. I'm gonna try and use my usual tactic, and if I fail, then Edward's gonna have to like fall back. Final boss theme. It's a weird final boss theme, let's be honest. It's not the classic. Yeah, back in 1997, nobody really knew that Zack existed. It felt like his importance was somewhat retconned in. I can see that. I can see that would be annoying as well. So let me close my window, it's getting chilly. I'll turn my lights on as well. Streaming so late. Yeah. Oh, James's magic level went up. Nice. I wanted to get into Final Fantasy because I remember visiting a friend's house and they had the PlayStation. They had all these discs. I was like, whoa, that's so cool. That's so big a game. But I never had the PlayStation because I was always like Nintendo. So I did miss out on them. Same playing like Kingdom Hearts. I never really played either. Yeah, Zack really is in only one very missable cutscene. That is true. That is definitely a criticism of Final Fantasy VII. You can skip some like really crucial plot points if you're not careful, which is unfortunate. Legitimately, this is the strangest boss theme I've heard for a final boss. It feels more like I'm at like a carnival in a fantasy game. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw the secret Zack scene on your first run back then, yeah. And even then, I think I was using a walkthrough to get like the full story in. And there's so much stuff you can miss in Final Fantasy VII if you're not careful. Particularly on the snow mountain. She's immune to physicals. Oh great, so Edward's useless then. I'm gonna have to heal him anyway. I'll switch him to ranged. I know that's still physical, but maybe that works, who knows. If he's immune, I might as well just pull him straight back. And get us all in a row. And just let Koudelka heal. So if I pull... Yeah, pull him back, this'll work. After Dragon Quest, final boss themes of casual mountain walk, nothing shocks you anymore. I was just expecting a banger, but the soundtrack for this, in all honesty, is a bit of a strange soundtrack. It's not what I expected, at least. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, it's very different. You didn't really fully understand the plot of 7 until 10 or 15 years later. I can get that. I got most of 7 playing it through, but it's also not really true to say that because I was playing it having watched videos about it over the years, so I knew like the majority of the big spoilers. I wasn't aware of Cloud's origin as such and like his whole personality, and for me that was the best part of the game. Seeing Cloud come into like his own kind of like his own like manhood. I thought that was really cool because I don't think it was done really well. It wasn't cheesy or like bad at all in my opinion. Oh, all physicals, okay. Edward is useless. Supposedly the guy who translated it did it alone with no context with an Excel spreadsheet. Damn. Dude did a great job then for what he had. I know it's a little bit mixed in places, but honestly, if that's the conditions, then dude did an amazing job. Most people still don't get the plot of 8. You need to backseat explain it a lot. I do want to play Final Fantasy 8, but the way I would do it was I definitely mod it and give it a whole different combat and leveling system. There's a mod out there that turns it into like a classic JRPG with levels and gets rid of the GM system, whatever it's called. Then I'd be more interested in playing it, I think. Would it be better to play Final Fantasy 8 on the PlayStation 1 or to play it on Steam? Like, what is the best version? The Steam version I think I can mod, so maybe the decision has been made. Honestly, I just keep... How does Megalith? Otherwise I'm just gonna be Flare, I think. You definitely didn't understand 8 when it came out. You think you mostly get it now. I've heard that a lot about 8. And that's partly why people are so mixed on it. It's apparently FF8 is not that complicated, apparently. I couldn't say. How does Tornado do? If not, I think it's just gonna be Flare. I imagine if I was to play FF8, I could track it all the way through. I know it goes a little bit weird and crazy, like it goes like space at the end and stuff. Steam, PS1 removes quality of life. Fair enough. I've not watched all the way through. I've watched speedruns of Final Fantasy 8, and they've been really fun to watch because there's a lot of like tricks and fun stuff they do. God, Edward is truly useless in this. I do have a fire scroll. Is this going to be wasted based on his intelligence or lack of it? No. Hog. A random damage boost from Edward as we're slagging him off. Yeah, probably. I'd say if people are going to play Final Fantasy X, I'd play the Steam version as well. No, he can't heal. Only Koudelka can do the spread heal. Nuts. She's not got a great deal of powerful attacks. I think I can just keep rolling with... Actually, what I should do, I should boost the agility of Koudelka. Then she can like use more fire magic more often. I wonder what the game of the year is going to be this year. It's probably going to be... Is it... Oh, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Clara X 33? Whatever. That new game, the new RPG from that French studio, the guys who left Ubisoft. I imagine that's going to be game of the year. Again, when I get Game Pass and the new PC next week, I'll probably give that a shot. Apparently that is really, really good. Clara Obscura? I think I finally said it correct. Clara? One of those. You've got the new Doom game as well. Maybe that's in contention. It is a wonderful game. I've heard so many positive stuff about it. It's right up my alley as well. Your game of the year is Monster Hunter Wilds. Though you always have the unpopular opinion. Clara Obscura of Expedition 33, that's it. It's a bit of a weird name. It's one of those... Maybe the name makes sense in the context of the game, but as an outsider, it's definitely a strange one. I think I've mentioned this on stream before. I absolutely hate the Monster Hunter game system. It is a French game originally, yeah. Yeah, they all left like Ubisoft to make their own studio because Ubisoft wouldn't let them make a game like that. And you know, I can support them leaving Ubisoft. And clearly it's worked out for them. I don't know whether the game is set up for a sequel, but either way I think they can keep that gameplay loop and narrative, maybe the world itself, and do not necessarily a sequel but another game like that. I think they've clearly earned enough in terms of money and like audience share to like do that. And it's nice to have a big win like that, you know, as opposed to Ubisoft Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's definitely not going to be Game of the Year. But yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, or Monster Hunter in general, I've never been able to get on with the combat system. It feels really slow to me, and God, there's nothing really Edward can do. I've got an air scroll. Well, time to use it. Yeah, Monster Hunter just feels really slow, and the controls are really infuriating for me. I think they should be like greatly simplified. It can be tricky to get into, but you've been playing it for 15 years, so it's kind of natural to you now, I imagine. I've tried several times with Monster Hunter. I've tried Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter World. I think I tried another one on like the 3DS. And each time I've like ended up returning the game. Oh, I beat her? Oh, is this? Oh, have we done? Anticlimactic. Let's see how it goes. Actually, I should save. Let's save before like something catastrophic happens and I have to do the full fight again. Oh, Elaine catches up with you. Oh my god, am I doing this over and over? Oh god. For real? Oh, I didn't even get a level up. I was wondering if it was rough on the 3DS. You had to buy a clip-on analog stick or suffer. I think I suffered, and then Nintendo suffered with the return. Yeah, I think that was what set me off. I think I gave Monster Hunter. You think you should? I can run. Okay, I'll try that. You can't escape. It doesn't seem like escape is an option. Nuts. I can farm MP back slowly. Just have to keep spamming flare. Yeah, I don't know how people would have played that game on the 3DS for any extended period of time. It would have been, frankly, painful. Was she not taking fire damage? Hang on. Did she change her elemental type? And I still can't run. Shadow Hearts is a bit more smooth and intuitive than Koudelka, so you have a lot to look forward to. Yeah, I imagine they've learned a lot from this game. I will say this last section is definitely padding, and that they probably shouldn't have done this. Because it's killed the momentum for the ending. Like it's taken everything that would be climactic and like slowed it way down. Oh no, now it's healing fire? Okay. Geyser? Oh, and Edward just can't do anything. It loses a bit of its uniqueness as a result. It's probably a decent trade-off. Yeah, if it's more playable, then definitely a better trade-off, in my opinion. Oh, so sorry, Edward. There's nothing I can... Well, no, if the action types have changed... Let's see if a physical attack works. It does. Okay, Edward's back in the game. And I can't escape. She's vulnerable to physicals now, literally as I figure it out. Okay, Edward is like somewhat useful again, and I think I can move him forward. He needs to stay where he is, and I need to heal first. And then I can pull out his spear. Okay, Koudelka can heal, and then we'll be good to like get in there with the spear. Oh, I should have changed his weapon. Pants. To be fair, it's a JRPG. You gotta have your final boss gauntlet, sadly. In all fairness, at least it doesn't have a convoluted final dungeon like FF6. I've not played FF6, but I actually know that whole... Is it like the glass tower or something like that? I know it's very convoluted. And like, you can... And if you fail, you have to go like way back to the start, don't you? Or something like that. I'm gonna take the Vital Spear. No voiceover though, so I hope you like voice acting. You've had a bit of fun voicing badly on stream. Yeah, I've actually come to... I originally avoided games that required me to do the voice acting and the voiceover, so I was a little bit like shy about them. But now that I've played Silent Hill 2, well, Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, and Parasite Eve in particular had a lot of like voice acting requirement, and I ended up really enjoying it. So it's not an issue for me now. I actually have fun. Fun fact, actually, the markings on the lane had the Yggdrasil symbol on her body. Oh, really? Next time we get a close-up, I'll try and pay attention. I think Geyser works. Imagine trying to make that Yggdrasil symbol L on like a CRT in 1999. As long as I level up after this fight, I've got MP for the final. And Edward can keep healing himself. The spear needs a... It does need a different spear though, it's not doing that much damage. I can't really make it out. It's got like a tree look, but it just looks like her spine. Pretty sure that symbol appears in Silent Hill 2. Oh, that's actually like a meaningful symbol. I just thought it was a Silent Hill thing. It would make sense if it's the Tree of Life. I'll be playing Silent Hill 4 in the near future, and then I've beaten all of the mainline ones. Kefka's Tower is the thing that single-handedly made FF6 worse for you as a game. Like, everything else is fantastic, except it's a bit too easy, and then this literal pile of trash tower happens. I'm also holding off on Final Fantasy VI because I want like a good remaster of it. I think it's got enough to warrant it, but I don't think it's going to come. I'd have sooner seen in a Final Fantasy VI remake than a 7 remake. Oh, the symbol is on her front? Okay. When she rears up, we might try and see it. You meant Shadow Hearts, but it might be in Silent Hill 2. Oh, okay. My bad. The iconography of Silent Hill just really stands in my head. Whereas for this game, I've seen like some of the Gaelic writing Koudelka has in the artwork, but I've not seen much of it in game. I think Silent Hill 3 is your favorite, even though 2 is the fan favorite. I would say 2, 3, 1 is my rating. Like 2, I'm that person of where... So I only played my first horror game last year, and that was Silent Hill 2, and I actually played it on stream. The VODs are still up. And that was like the first one I ever played of that type of game. So I do rate it really highly. 3 was good. I enjoyed it a little bit less than 2. I was kind of expecting a little bit more from 3 than I actually got. But it is good. It takes some different angles. And I think it is interesting. I like the character of 3. She's way more interesting. I think the devs said it literally takes too much resources to make 6. Which is just a nice way to say don't fix what ain't broke. Well, there's way more characters in 6, right? Like, there's a huge party, so you'd end up having to cut characters out, which would create like a lot of fan heat. Your favorite Silent Hill is Downpour, your odd one out like always. I'm gonna give, once I beat 4, I will eventually then move on to all the spin-off, is that what they're called? What's the other one? Is this like Room something? I forget. You have more nostalgia for 1 since you watched your mother play it when it came out. She was not a gamer. Wow, that would have been wild to watch. It's a creepy game, Silent Hill 1. Like, it's Silent Hill 2 is scarier, but Silent Hill 1 is creepier, I think. I would say my favorite protagonist in Silent Hill is the girl from the 3rd game, and then James. The not Team Silent Hill games. Who's making them now? Is Team Blue something, isn't it? I forget the name. They're the ones who are making Silent Hill F. That could also be Game of the Year. It really depends, like, how they go about it. Spear broke. It was about time. He might have better power punching at this rate. Yeah, Silent Hill F I'm looking forward to. Stellar Blade PC I'm looking forward to. That's kind of it for this year. Unless there's something I'm just like forgetting. Mystic Sword. Let's try the Light Lance. It looks cool. I think you remember reading they didn't plan to make it too foggy, but due to technical limitations, yeah. They had to limit the draw distance to achieve better textures. And frankly, even then the textures are a bit, you know. Oh no, it heals. Oh, nuts. She has 11k health. Well, we're gonna be here for a bit. Honestly, I'm gonna knock up the game speed, because otherwise we're gonna literally be here all day. So let's go to 300%. Did it actually change the game speed? Yeah, it feels like it. Oh no, that's fast forward speed. Hold on. Emulation speed. 300%. Okay, I'm gonna get the controls wrong in places here. And he needs a different weapon. Normal claws? Fuck it. Okay, let's go and... I'm running out MP. You know? Yeah, no wonder they tied the cannon end into losing her to a 3rd phase. Hey, they were pretty good for PS1. Because I never grew up with the PS1, and I played Silent Hill 2 into Silent Hill 1. I think I was a little bit negative on it than I should have been. And now I've played more PS1 games, I do remember Silent Hill 1 a bit more fondly, so... Yeah, speaking of fondness, I won't remember the end of this game very fondly. This is an absolute grind, for sure. It seems there's no way to avoid that. Which is a shame, like I spread my party out and still... Oh, Koudelka's last geyser. It feels more like I'm fighting a super boss. Like that's... Oh, magic leveled up. I could maybe do with like moving everyone into melee range. I'm probably gonna burn through all my weapons. Hill 1 came out the same year as Koudelka, but Koudelka was mostly pre-rendered backgrounds, yeah. I'm gonna have to move everyone forward, I think. I've talked about this before on stream. I'd really love to work on... Oh, finally? Oh, fucking hell. Alright, let's slow the speed down. Oh, and I didn't level up? Oh, she's absolutely just draining all my energy. They're meant to be tanky. Yeah, but let's be honest, this is taking the mick. Transformation. Oh, poor Elaine. Oh no, not a spider. Oh. Gross. Now run. Heal maybe? I've got no MP left. I was hoping those fights would level me up. Now remember guys, everything up to this point, there's been no save points. So if I was to die on the PlayStation 1, we'd be redoing this whole thing all over again. This is a better final boss theme for sure. Okay, do I have stuff to restore MP? I do not. Okay, everyone can just look away as I have a look at these cheats. I'm just gonna give Koudelka and just everyone gets infinite magic points. Otherwise, we're literally gonna be here all day. Hell yeah, you got back at the right time. Oh yeah, you did, Igor. Just in time. At least it ain't the final boss like the Galarians. That one also had a naked lady, but the one that demonetizes your stream. Oh, she hits so hard. If you die here, you get the cannon ending. Do balls restore MP? Yeah, they do. Oh wow, look at my MP breaking. I'm gonna have to turn that off just so I can get some clarity on the UI. Want to make a save so you can see both endings? I think I can do that. I've got to save just before the fight begins as well. Let me... I'm just gonna turn the cheats back off. And I just want to see if it just leaves me with 999 without like breaking the whole thing. Yeah, we'll see both endings. So if I move everybody... I bet I could just move us in a line and heal us that way. Should probably have got myself in a line and then healed, but too bad. I think I can take another hit at least. Now, based on the combat system, arguably me stacking up like this is a bad idea, but what can you do? At least the music sounds more epic. Okay, I'm gonna have to change his weapon as well. The funny part is, you vastly prefer the canon ending, the true ending, it just kind of ends. You're gonna have to see it is, because obviously I've read the manga, so I know that Koudelka lives and so on, so I wonder what the canon ending is. Okay, Flare actually does some damage. For this fight, I probably should have grinded more and more levels, but honestly, I felt like I'd done enough. But this does ramp up so much. It's kind of crazy. Okay, and the MP is reset, so once I cast some more, that'll be better. I'm gonna have to boost my defense. As this fight has 28k health, I'm gonna be here for a bit. I can speed it up again. I might do. Actually, I might speed it up just a touch now, just because it is going to be like a really long. Give me a second. We'll do 150. Hopefully she can heal before this like kicks off. Oh, if I die, then we see the canon ending. So there's that. Who needs grinding when you have cheats? Exactly. If you ever get around to continue Koudelka, you'd probably just settle for the canon ending. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend, you know, fighting this. Like, you know, this. It's unfortunate that the game has done this like at the very end, in my opinion. Where it does drop off as a result. And apparently my heals only work on rows, not columns. I mean, the boss designers look great throughout the entire game, for sure. It's just that, you know, the end grind is something severely unpleasant. Okay, I think we'll die. We'll see the canon ending, and I'll reload and try and do like the quote-unquote good ending. I'll do some magic tests while I'm here and see if Flare is the best. Guys are slightly better. Megalith? Yeah, okay, so I'll bring down the emulation speed because I know I'm about to die. Thank God we have these capabilities. Okay, canon ending, here we come.
Dear God, is this my fault? Do you blame me? Are you punishing me now because the path to my faith was tainted? I accept my fate. If it is your wish, then I accept my fate. He who has an ear, let him hear. If anyone is to go into captivity he will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword he will be killed. I am what I am. I am content with my lot. I have always loved you, Elaine.
Power of God. Oh, cool.
Let's go home, James. Let's go home. I have such fond memories of those days.
Was he gone with her?
No!
Honestly?
Flames are coming this way!
Don't be
This is a good
silly.
ending.
Must be something we can do. We'll be fine. Trust me.
Honestly, I think that's a great ending. Here's Roger Bacon.
In these crazy times, young people push themselves too much.
Ah, the sun came out. I prefer it a little hazier, though.
So, did they spend their night together?
Goodbye. We'll probably never see each other again.
Maybe not.
Hey, your nickname. Slato? What does it mean? I haven't even asked you yet. Will you tell me?
It means treasure.
Oh, that's rich. I'll remember that. Treasure.
So he found his treasure in the end.
Is it okay, child, for you not to follow him?
Yeah, it's okay. I have a feeling that someday, somewhere, we'll meet again.
Where are you going? Yeah, James is dead. He went out happily, so there's that. You can actually find his gravestone in Shadow Hearts, which is nice. Okay, that ending saved the game. Because the whole grindy boss fight was pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. Like, again, if this was original PlayStation 1, you had no saves for the last 2 hours. Oh my god. Like, you'd have to have been grinding this out to have made any progress. Do we want to see the quote-unquote good ending? Everyone got what they wanted. Koudelka has a purpose in life. He found his treasure, and the third gets to be the one he cared for. I agree. Koudelka sounds like a famous actress, but you don't know which one. It's a cool name. Memorable for sure. You want to Google the other 2 endings on stream? We can do that. Pretty sure the entire cast are fairly unknown actors too. Yep, they did this and literally nothing else. Yeah, we can look at the alternative endings. Let me try and open up. Let me try and find the videos on YouTube, and then I'll pipe it through, and we can watch Koudelka all endings. I mean, it'll only take like 5 minutes to watch. Okay, I will set this up, and you'll get to see my official YouTube and what I've been watching on it. Alright, give me a second to sort this one out. How doth this work? Oh, is he gonna play an ad? Okay, now. Alright, let me try and find another way. I thought I could just capture... how does one do this? Window capture. Bingo. Give me a second. I don't want it to capture my like actual normal browser. Give me a second. It's being weird. The bad ending is pretty horrific. Also because he asked, yes, Koudelka is yes, Koudelka docked, so to say that this is a plot in Shadow Hearts. Hang on. Sometimes OBS makes life so challenging. Window capture. Ah, it's not picking up my Brave browser. What a dick. Right, we'll do the... Insurance move. Window capture, yes. Browser. No cookies. Oh my god, how do I... Is it this? Yes. This. The bad ending's pretty horrific. Koudelka is Vivian Bafika, bless her. She did an amazing job. Actually, just what British ads be like. You got stuff. Girl, by the way, thanks for having ads on YouTube. Let me... I can wait this out. Give me a second. I don't want it to use my work or personal browser. In YouTube, there's the thing where it blocks like ad block. Okay, let's see if I can now capture this browser window. Oh, wrong one. In the future, I'll just have a browser thing set up for this. PS1 all endings, bingo! Okay, let me get rid of all this trash that we don't need. Okay, we're nearly there, guys. We're so close. Oh, I don't want it on my face. Okay, so I assume there's no after credits. The end. You have the undubbed version of Shadow Hearts too, but you remember the English version being passable too. Bro, it's a college folder. It's half a terabyte big. Nah. That's what the cloud is for. Okay, so let me pause the game, and I'm going to turn off the game capture. I'm going to see if... So if I turn on window capture, I'm going to need to capture the audio as well. Let me just play it. I assume you guys won't hear the audio from the browser. No, yeah. So let me capture the audio specifically from... Okay, I'm going to play, and you guys can let me know if you hear it or not. Nah, you're not hearing it. How do I capture sound from a browser? To be honest, NPM cache is probably around a few gigs. Yeah, that is true. Programming files do be a lot. I actually use my MacBook for programming. I don't bother with Windows, just because it's so much more troublesome. How do I get the audio out of the browser? Audio output capture. Nah, that's not it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you the sound. So that sucks. Zilch. Is there any internal audio? No, so what I do is... could I do that? I normally turn off desktop audio. Oh, spoilers. Nah, yeah, my desktop audio is... Give me a second, let me just see if I can do this. Monitor off. Monitor and output. Let's see if this works. Nah, that's no dice. It's something... If I'm gonna do that, it's something I'll have to figure out off stream. But We can just have a quick look at the... We can have a quick look at the endings with no audio. That's my... It's something I'll fix in the future. So this is the bad ending, I believe. Where we all get melted. Oh yeah, it is. We do get Indiana Jones for sure. Oh, and I scrolled. Oh, sorry, I was scrolling down like an idiot. Yeah, you're not gonna get any audio for this, which sucks. But it's the best I can do right now. So I think this is where we actually kill her. Yeah, you can just watch the frames. So I think this is the good ending. Oh, and we've got Roger Bacon at the end. He doesn't want to go back to sleep because the world is so interesting now. Oh, she was about to say something, but she couldn't get the words out. Elaine's death sound in the good ending's actual Star Wars noise. So in the good ending, we kill Elaine and she's mouthing something, but we can't hear it. I think the canon ending is better. So after a loved one's death, all we have is memories. See, that means you maintain an internal bond with the dead. Interestingly, the ending of the canonical ending of Koudelka and Shadow Hearts is the bad one. That is interesting. Oh, and then it shows us the good ending again. Okay, yeah. So that, yeah. Okay, we've seen all the endings. Let me switch over to the penthouse. Hold on. I'll have to set up a browser for the future, so then we can just do that on like a dime. That was fun. I actually... Oh, hang on. I need to fix... I did some chat tweaking. I'll put you there. Now you can see everything. Bishop, why such a long face? Okay. Let's review the game. What would you guys... Nice crib, bro. Ah, thank you. My penthouse. So, you guys... So... This is the first time I've played the game. It's the first time Ego's played the game. It's the first time Charlie's seen the ending, but Army's played the game all the way through, at least once. What would you guys give this game out of 10? Now that you've gone on this journey with me. How do I put this into words? This game is a 7 out of 10. So it's a good game. So 5 is average, 6 is above average, 7 is good, 8 is great, 9 is amazing, and 10 is masterpiece. So I'd say this game is good. It's held up a lot by the voice acting and overall story and its ending. But the gameplay, the combat system is fine, is fun. The exploration is fun, the puzzles are mostly good. I think they could do with more explanation. The narrative is good, the world is fun, but the music needs improving, and there's definitely like a really big grind at the end, like a huge grind. But I'm happy with that. The quote unquote failing to kill the final boss and is the canon ending, so it's not the good ending. That is really cool, and that's what brought it up again. And I could see people giving this game an 8. You'd give it like a 6 or a 7. You expected a bit more. Yeah. I think if that last bit didn't have that grind and that was cut down a bit, it would definitely be like an 8 for me. 8 out of 10, like you said, It's flawed masterpiece, but you enjoy it a lot. That is totally fair. 10 is reserved only for PE1. And Goggles gives a 7 for the ending and visuals. Gameplay and music needs some tuning. Yeah. If this would be remade, remastered, or whatever, I think you could literally pull the all the voice acting straight over. That can be completely flawless. I think you tweak the gameplay to be faster, a little bit funner, a little bit more challenging in the battles, and take out some of the grinding. But yeah, I think with tuning, you could get into an 8 or a 9 with this. Charlie is very tolerant of older games, you probably give it an 8. But if he was less tolerant, maybe a 6 or a 7. Yeah, I think there's so much in this game. This is definitely the first game of a series, if that makes sense. So you can see where Shadow Hearts probably learns a whole bunch from it and like develops on it, even though I know they dropped the voice acting for the second game, which kind of sucks. But oh yeah, less encounters. Yeah, and I had encounters turned off for arguably 2 full discs. Think of how bad it would have been if I kept encounters on throughout the entire element of it. Like, that would have been rough. Let me just update my Twitch. I am whatever with grinding, so Your issue is the fights take forever at times because PS1 3D, look how cool everything is stick. Yeah, it's definitely got that Tomb Raider, hey, here's this object in 3D. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, let's rotate it and slow everything down. That is an issue as well. I think with the modern mindset, that's an issue. I think if you go back, I think it would be really impressive and you'd think it'd be really cool. So I think it's hard to judge it for that. Same with like the load times. The load times even via emulation are kind of slow. So it's a challenging one. Overall, just improve the combat pace, I think would be a good one. Shadow Hearts takes lots of steps forwards, but a few steps back too. I can see that. It's only 1 disc though, so maybe they just couldn't cram any voice acting on there. It should have been 2 or 3 discs then, shouldn't it? That's unfortunate. To be fair on the encounters thing, it's a JRPG before the PS2 era, so encounters be plenty, but it's a JRPG, yeah. Again, maybe judging it on that is a little bit too harsh. But again, I turned them off for most of it, so. What's the next mission, Spy? The next one we're gonna do. So I'm gonna stream an additional day a week, and I'm gonna stream longer like this as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do Parasite Eve 3 and Silent Hill 4 at the same time, and we'll mix the days. So that's gonna be the new plan for probably like the next week and a half, is to do Parasite Eve 3rd story and Silent Hill 4. One, because I do want to play Silent Hill 4. It's been a bit too long since we did Silent Hill. And I'm so curious about Parasite Eve 3. If it's Parasite Eve 3 is really bad, we can always drop it and move on. But I'm so curious to see what happens. Woohoo! Stuck in an apartment simulator, also known as basic VTuber life. True. I do have additional backgrounds that I don't make use of. Give me a second. So we can go to my office. There you go. So we can be in the office instead. You can see my gaming PC behind me. I didn't even know there was PE3. Nice. Yeah, so it's not actually Parasite Eve. It's just because they lose the licensing. So it's just Parasite 3rd birthday or something like that. I'm thinking you'll like it, actually. I may well like it. I can also go to the bathroom, which is a bit more chill. I could well like it. Well, I'm willing to give it a go. What day is it? It's Saturday now. So, a question for you guys. What days are best for me to stream? Because I currently do Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Would it be best to do like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday? Or do you want like Saturday, Sunday? Like what works best for you guys? Because I can do pretty much anything, you see. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for giving one of your favorite PS1 games a chance. Have a nice rest of your day. Bathing stream when? Hey, no, thank you for mentioning it. I actually had a really great time, and I've read the manga as well. So I rated this higher than Parasite Eve 2 as well. So I think I enjoyed this more than Parasite Eve 2. I think this game is way stronger than that by far. Kind of like how there's 4 Koudelka games, but none of them are numbered. Just remember, it's a separate game, 100%. Yeah, I'm going into the additional Parasite Eve game with the mindset of it being attached. I'd look at it the way I'm going to look at the Disney Star Wars. It exists, it's there. We'll see if I do enjoy it. Great. I hope I do. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'll probably I might do it Monday, or I might do it Wednesday, we'll see. I might start with Silent Hill or Parasite. I'll see how I feel. I've got to get the PSP emulator downloaded and like make sure that's actually like functional. Is Aya in it in Leeds? I believe she is in it. But from what I've heard, she goes into different bodies, and that's what's so different of where it becomes almost like a body snatcher-ish. That's the element that people are really kind of mixed on the most. So I don't know. It's one of those where I'm really just gonna have to give it a go. Yeah, she is, but no spoilers, so you can't tell. We'll find out soon enough, I think. She's in the artwork, she's on the box art. When you see pictures of Aya Brea, and she's in like the torn jeans, that is from Parasite 3rd Birthday or something like that, where she's in like the ruins of like New York and Washington and stuff. I've only seen artwork, so I don't know like how conceptual all that stuff is, but yeah, we'll pick that up. I'll give it a try off stream. If I find it like funny or fun, then I'll just do that Monday. But yeah, we'll see. I will be back on Monday, and we'll go from there. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for coming for the longest stream I've done today, as we finally beat Koudelka. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. It's been fun hanging out with you all. By the way, some of your thumbnails from the PE streams are from the 3rd Birthday. Yeah, it's literally just because there wasn't enough Parasite Eve artwork. So it was like my Koudelka thumbnails. They pulled some art from Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, guys. I will see you on Monday at the usual time, which is 6:30 PM BST. All right, have a nice rest of your day. Thanks. Bye, guys.